Off the show. All right, here we go.
Not that bad, but
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Jay the Great here. We are back. All three of us, even Batman has returned. We are all present. Hope you're all doing well. This is a classic OG stream here with all three of us. We are back, at least temporarily. Hope you guys are all doing well. All of you, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. There's plenty to discuss. Plenty to discuss. Many things have happened, both IRL and, of course, in the anime community as
political
well.
election,
Political
a
election.
lot,
Feel free
bro.
to ask about that.
Hey, man.
There have actually been, speaking of the anime community and the political elections, there's been many content creators I've seen on Twitter give their opinions on the elections and obviously on the candidates and the winner of the election, Donald Trump, as well. It's been an interesting time. Obviously, very divisive. That's certainly probably the best word to describe the current time we are in. Very divided. Very unfortunate how people will cling to their emotional investment into politics to this extent. It's very unfortunate. Because at the end of the
Yep.
day, I think any conscious person wants the same thing, which is prosperity and peace for all. So this divisiveness is very unfortunate. And these echo chambers, known as social media platforms and applications, clearly amplify that greatly. It's unfortunate, truly. But feel free to ask about that. Anime, so Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I'm still on my journey to Z rank. It's not easy. There's some sweats on there that really get at it, and they're good at the game. It's hard to really level up after a certain point.
Oh,
Uh,
I've seen some
hmm
gameplay. It's
yeah,
fucking
dude. After you get
intense.
to, I'll say this, after you get to B tier, people are sweats, dude. Everyone's like a fucking world class fighter on there, dude. It's like holy fucking shit, man. Like D to C to
You
B is easy, but once you get B plus, you start fighting S ranked, you start fighting A ranks.
UFC level, man.
Literally, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
what in the fuck is this shit? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Personally, I haven't played the game, due for many reasons. I've just been busy and
Yeah.
shit, but
Yeah.
what's it called? I heard a lot of positive about it though. A lot of good things. Apparently IGN had a crazy rating for him
It's
too.
really good. Yeah.
Like
Really good.
7?
Yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah, no, it
it
was a
wasn't
bad
that good,
rating. Yeah,
actually.
like IGN they
Yeah.
said it was like they basically just said it was mid. But
Yeah, facts.
IGN.
what's it called? Yeah, and then Six like it was a while ago, but Six like tweeted and he was like, "Oh, you fucking," like, he just like roasted him a bit. He's like, "You guys are just
Yeah.
like the worst gaming." But like I've heard a lot of positivity about it. I saw the video that you released it at that one point.
Yeah.
And apparently you played like for a good bit too. So I'm
It's
excited to do
yeah.
it because my main memories is from the main fucking shit when it popped off back then, which is
Yeah,
Budokai
a lot of
Tenkaichi 3,
nostalgia. When you play this game, you're
Yeah,
gonna certainly have nostalgic feelings of Budokai Tenkaichi. Like it's definitely gonna give you those vibes. But more
that's what
modern,
I'm
I'd say.
saying.
Yeah.
And it looks beautiful, dude. I've
Oh
seen
yeah,
some
graphics are
clips.
amazing.
I try not to like to stay away from as much, because I don't want to ruin it in a sense too. I want to really
Yeah.
enjoy it when I do play it, but no, like yeah, it looks beautiful, sounds great. I've heard so much good about it. So no, I'm
Yeah.
hyped for it. And at least for me, I don't know about you guys, but I was always a G man when it came to Injustice fighting game, and
Oh, facts.
what's it? I was really good at that shit. So I don't know. Maybe I might be able to pop off of that game too. We'll see. But
Yeah,
if
facts.
I'm over here getting into that, like you said, and I'm getting to B rank, and I'm over here getting my ass whooped by freaking some bald white alien or some shit,
Literally.
and I'm over here ultra instant
Oh,
Goku, I'm gonna
like,
be pissed,
Facts, dude. What's going on,
yeah,
Terrion?
it's
Oh,
just annoying. It's like there's like over 180 characters I believe you can select to play, and when it gets to like the higher ranks, there's obviously like a meta of like 5 characters come across over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And like the live current concurrent players on Sparking Zero has actually dropped like it's such a roller coaster. Like it goes from being like one of the most like played fighting or platform things you can play right now, and then in a matter of like a month or two, it's just kind of like in a plateau and then some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Honestly,
I
if I yeah, if I
yeah,
had to theorize why, because I saw that statistic too, it dropped like by like 80% usage rate or something like that. I
X
would say the reason for that is perhaps like the tediousness to become Z rank. At a certain point, you're facing like world class opposition on the game, and some people are like, you know what, it's not even worth it no more. I'm just gonna play something else, play
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
Black Ops 6, and I kind of understand that, that sort of like that sort of feeling, that sort of conclusion, because it does become very tedious at that point because everyone is like high class, high skill. It's very tedious to continue to try and improve your rank on Dragon
Yeah, you
Ball. Yeah, and the story
get
mode is
whipped
quite
like over
short
and
too.
over.
Like the single
Uh,
player sort of aspect, the story mode is short. The what ifs are cool, but besides that, the people wanted the ranked to be like the main aspect, but it's tedious after some point, like very very tedious. Um, and that's probably why a lot of people dropped it and went to Black Ops 6. Probably, to be honest, that's probably where they all went. Because that
oh
game
yeah,
sucked too.
100%, 100%.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
like possessed them.
I think it's really a game where like if you had like a co-op experience, you can play other characters, right? Like you can fucking have to worry about playing something steady and like art
Yeah,
like. And I think games like Storm and Justice, etc., like those kind of games excel
exactly.
in like the local setting. For
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. What's going on, John Bentley? Thoughts on
Yeah,
Trump?
nah, man. What's it called? No, you guys hit on the nail. But so
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real with you. When I first do that shit, I'm gonna just enjoy it to the fullest first. I'm not even gonna get into the online yet. I'm
yeah,
just
that's
gonna
kind
do
of
the
what I did.
story.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go into like the other modes that they probably have to where you can experiment and like pick characters and fight or like I think they have like a tournament mode probably because the OG game it
yeah,
had a
they do.
tournament thing like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna enjoy all of that. Kind of have some content on it eventually, but and like just really, really enjoy the game for what it is, and then I'll try the online, shit, and then
yeah, that's
it'll
probably
probably
the
be
way to
great. And
go.
then next thing you know, I'm gonna be over here raging, throwing my controller or some shit. So,
oh yeah, brother.
Thoughts on
but
Trump winning. All right, so I'll say this. I've seen some very strong opinions of both candidates and Trump. The winning candidate. I'll say this. I don't believe either candidate is the Antichrist or the most evil person I've ever experienced or
The
observed in my life.
Antichrist.
they,
Like
they both
that's
got
that.
shit.
Like
Yeah, they
they're
both
both,
got shit.
they
Yeah.
both have flaws. They're neither one of them would have been or will be the best president ever. Nothing like that. But in my opinion, the better candidate based off their interviews, based off their competence, based off their seemingly knowledge, in my opinion, was Trump. Now, again, neither one is perfect. Trump has plenty of flaws, so does Kamala. Neither one's a Ronald Reagan or JFK or anything of that matter. But who won. I would say the reason Trump won was because he was more, I would say, present on major platforms that many average Americans watch, like Rogan. He was on Joe Rogan. He was on like the Nelk Boys podcast. He was on some major podcasts throughout his political presidential campaign. While Kamala conversely didn't really go on any besides like Call Me Daddy or some shit, which no competent American watches, in my opinion. Um, she was on Shannon Sharp. That was like the only good podcast she was on, I believe. Um,
That's cool.
but besides that, Trump was on many high-profile podcasts, and it was on there for hours. Like you got to see who he is, as opposed to Kamala not being on any, denying, not an invitation from Rogan, who I believe is very unbiased as well. So that's probably the main reason he won. Obviously, the assassination attempt greatly upped his popularity. Him surviving and reacting the way he did.
Two
The
of
truth
them.
is, yeah, the
Yeah.
truth is, it really seemed like a patriotic moment to many, even people that perhaps weren't even, very appealed to him previously. They saw that, they saw how he reacted, and they're like, you know what, this guy's tough. He's resilient. I'm gonna vote for him. And because of that, he basically won the entire Midwest. The states that he won, the electoral votes that he gained, almost every Midwest state he won. Basically, almost all of them.
Dude,
The only states he really
yeah,
lost
literally.
were, yeah, the only ones he really lost were like the shirt, the shun-ins, the ones that were purely liberal, like California and New York and Virginia, and
Yeah,
very
yeah.
like those we all knew he was gonna lose those. There would have to be some sort of
Yeah.
strange occurrence for that not to be the case. So that's essentially the main reason he won. I think if Kamala was more present on major platforms, her chances would have went up. Another thing that I noticed, and I think most people noticed this, if you're not extremely biased with the left, is that her way of iterating on podcasts and like open forum, non-scripted forms of communication isn't the best. Like you could tell she wasn't very prepared when she was on like longer forum interviews. Like her answers weren't the best. She would kind of deflect with like a very irrelevant answer, like, "Oh, I grew up in the
That's
Midwest,"
a
and
no-no.
yeah,
That's a
and
no-no,
to
man.
the
I
average
think the only
American,
thing,
it's like that doesn't
yeah,
work, you know.
yeah, no, because they pick up on that. They'll
Yeah,
pick up on it immediately.
and people will deem her as like perhaps not the most competent. She's not dumb, but it just seems like she didn't have much prepared internally. On a
Correct me if
teleprompter,
I'm wrong, Jay.
she
I
kill it
think the
though.
most competent I heard with her was during the debate.
Yeah,
I think
yep,
that's the most
by
good I
far,
heard.
by
It
But then I
far.
wasn't
heard,
even that
yeah,
competent though.
And
yeah.
it wasn't that
But
competent.
I'm just
Yeah, yeah,
saying,
yeah. Wasn't that
like that
It
competent.
was
wasn't.
the
I know.
only, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she was necessarily, but that was like the only good thing I really heard. But and of
Yeah.
course, like then I even heard like apparently like, she might have been like cheating or some shit or some bias. But
Yeah,
regardless of all that, that's it, man. My bad, Jay. Go ahead.
oh, yeah, you're good. But yeah, that I agree though. You're right. By far her best sort of public, I guess you could say performance, orally was her debate against Trump. Many do think she was like pre-prepared and that perhaps it's all conspiratorial. I'm not going to say it's true, but
Yeah.
a lot of people thought that maybe she had the questions ahead of time or whatever. I'm not going to say that's true. I don't know. But that was by far her best like public display of competence. The debate was
And it's
actually
understandable,
close.
right, Jay?
Yeah,
Because like it could be deemed like a little bit inconsistent too. Because like
it's
from what you
inconsistent.
said, if
Yeah,
you're over here seeing like all these things and she's over here talking certain way, whatever, blah blah. You know what I mean? You can tell like it's that's not really
yeah,
And then you see her perform that way and that, and it's like it gets you thinking, So
right.
it's
Because
It is a little
reasonable at
sus.
least.
yeah, it's inconsistent because during that debate she was very like it's seemingly very competent, very prepared. Yet when she's on like an open
Yeah,
forum, sort of podcast or interview, she's nowhere near as prepared nor as like articulate. So it is a little
exactly. Yeah,
bizarre. Trump. Here's the thing with Trump. He's not like Elon Musk level intelligent. He's just a talker. Like he
he
knows
knows
how
how
to
to appeal to
continue.
people, dude. He
Yeah,
knows how to
he knows how
please
to
people when he talk.
appeal.
Yeah,
He has like a certain like a way to continue speaking, even if he's not answering a question specifically. He'll just continue talking and talking and talking. Like that's his sort of
yeah,
like gift. Like he can talk for fucking hours about whatever.
Businessman.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
he's a businessman. But again, both are flawed. I'm not saying either one is an angel or a devil. They're both
yeah,
flawed. I don't think it'll be the end of the world if either one would have won. In my opinion,
yeah,
it would have
yeah.
been either one is going to be okay, maybe decent. But it's not nearly as apocalyptic as people make it seem that Trump won or that if Kamala would
It's
have
over
won,
exaggeration, dude.
super
Yeah,
over
no.
exaggerated, like people cutting each other off. Oh, you're the devil if you voted for him. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be serious. Like,
I'll say
Jay.
this. I think
uh,
I think Jay really pinpoint many things between the two. Like one thing I'll say just to kind of add to that further, that was like she had a lot of disadvantages really, when it
yeah,
came to the election too. Like the first couple ones, and Jay kind of hinted on it, but just to further explain it, like Trump had many big influencers. He had Aiden Ross, he had Joe
yep,
Rogan, he had all
Rogan.
these people, and then as you said, he was taking the time to go over all these big platforms, you name it. Like he did a lot of stepping stones and a lot of like things to kind of get a head start. So not only he had those advantages, but another problem is he was already a president, so there's
Yeah,
that as well.
he had
So he
history.
already has
Yeah,
a community and a liking and a basis. She didn't have that. The only thing she had on her corner was the vice presidency.
yep,
And apparently, from what I've heard, I'm not gonna act like I'm competent, but from what I heard, that some people were like, "Oh, she didn't do a great job there either." But either way, so he had those advantages, and the most important one, if we're all just being real here, like if we're just being very logical, Trump is a dude, she's a woman. I'm just being honest. Like it's no hate against her, whatever, but that's just an
right, yeah,
inevitable like biased perception people are gonna have, or maybe even misogynistic people, whatever, because at the end of the
yeah,
day, you look at a dude and you look at it's like, come on, like the country's more than likely gonna probably want a dude over a woman 9 out of 10 times. And it's just a sad reality of it. Even if the woman could be competent, whatever, this and that, that's just kind of how the world operates in a sense, so that's
yeah. I
another
agree.
disadvantage that she severely had, is aka sex, you
Yeah,
know. So there's just those things to kind of pick up on, and and it is what it is, what's it called, like, and just as Jay said, they're both flawed, they both have their things, whatever, in here and that. But it's, I'll tell you what, this election was probably the most interesting I've seen out of all. Because freaking, like, it was people were very passionate and serious about
Extremely.
this. Like, it was so bad to the point where people were literally defriending people, removing people, family, friends, etc., the whole nine, or losing their minds.
Yeah,
over
literally.
it.
It's like,
So
it's
it was
Seriously,
yeah,
like I don't
it
get
was
it. Yeah.
it was a big fucking deal, dude. And it was crazy because, like, mind you, like, while I'm MIA dealing with all my shit on the side, like, I just kept hearing these things come up or whatever, and it just always came up somehow, and I just saw how serious it was, to people.
yeah.
So there was that too. So it got really crazy in comparison to all the other elections and the competitions, but overall, it's interesting, and I think this is probably the most interesting thing to me too. The fact that because regardless whether if you think if he was rightfully convicted or whatever, felon, blah blah, you name it, it is kind of funny how America wanted a dude that's technically a felon and all this other stuff, whatever, over a woman president, and we've never had a woman president to this day.
Yeah.
That shit kind of like makes me like think, like, look at things as like, damn, like, that's kind of crazy that we were willing, even if you don't think he was rightfully so convicted, the fact that, like, people wanted that over, like, that's just very funny to me. But
yeah.
But
It's
either way, like, the only other thing I could really add to it is like, some pros I knew about and some good things was, I think she was trying to, like, advocate for a lot more for, like, women rights and things like that too, and stuff like that. But
yeah.
and obviously, I know the waters can get murky, whatever, and things can be controversial, but we can at least all agree at the end of the day, if you are at least advocating for anybody's rights, for them to have certain things, that's technically can be a good thing, essentially, So at least someone's getting rights to do something right, even if you may not agree with it necessarily. But, so there was those things, whatever, but, again, it is what it is. And that's another thing. Trump also had the perception advantage. Again, regardless if you agree if it was because of him or not, when Trump was in office, everything was affordable. The economy was good, et cetera, whatever you name it. The moment Biden was around and he wasn't, now everything's shit or whatever, blah, blah. Regardless if you think it's either, whatever to explain it and so on and so forth. But either way, he has that perception advantage too, because when he was over, things were really good, so that's, overall, that's kind of what I can say. So, it is what it is. I'll say she did a good job though, because if you looked at how many fucking votes she had, she was in the 60 million.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else. Yeah, she did
like 70.
Yeah, like Biden had like what, 80 million, and she had 70, and
70.
she beat a shit ton of presidents in vote totals.
She did
like
very well.
She did very well. I will give her that too. Like the only thing I can really add to this, and my bad for talking too long, but is, I guess, the only disappointment for me is I like, though I did want her to take it in a sense, and not like regardless of who's right or who has better policies, whatever, blah. It was more along the lines of, like, I actually wanted to have feats for a woman for once. I mean, to see, so we can finally really sit down and have that conversation and be like, okay, we have a woman president. This is everything that happened or whatever. And then now you can finally compare and contrast. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I thought that would also be really interesting
that would
too.
be cool for
and
sure.
And just like Naruto as well. Like, you know what I mean? When they had their first female Kage Sanada, it was fucking cool, right? So imagine our real world where, we have a first female president. Again, just along those spectrums.
I'll say this as well. Another pivotal thing for Trump was the backing he had, like high profile individuals. This is the people that this is not, I mean, Megan Cavaliers picked the wrong people, but she had Cardi B and she had fucking Megan Thee Stallion twerking at a rally. I'm like, how serious do you think we'll take you with this thought? By the way, free Tory Lanez and fuck Megan Thee Stallion. How serious do you think we'll take her?
Shit with her.
Bro,
Jay, you know what caught me off guard though? M joining her side. That was like probably the only good influence she had was Eminem.
That's the only one. Yeah, I was like, dude,
the only one.
Like Megan Thee Stallion, she's known as being a liar. I think there's like an appealment with Tory Lanez's incarceration. There's all kinds of stuff with her. Cardi B is just like a hoe. Like, why these people? Like, I don't understand that. While conversely, Trump had Elon Musk, Joe Rogan,
Dana White.
fucking Dana White, Tom Brady, like fucking everybody. Even
Yeah,
RFK. Like,
like, bro,
dude.
like what she doesn't get, like this is where she felt like I kind of understand the angle she tried to play, like, oh,
Yeah.
feminism, right,
More
or woman
modern.
or whatever, blah blah, you
Yeah.
name it, or like like, or especially if she was doing it like with Taylor Swift, whatever. I can get the angle, but at the same time, when it comes to reality, again, if we use our heads or whatever, people are going to be more appealing to male influences, not really
Yeah.
females. Like that's
Especially
already
those.
contentious as it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially people
The
like
world
that.
is either
Yeah.
Yeah.
against, yeah, exactly. The world is either against Cardi B, Taylor Swift, whatever, or they're with them. And bro, if you look at the voting numbers, right? So like if you look at the numbers, black women and black men really wanted
Voted for Trump.
Harris. Yeah, yeah. Well, they went for Harris. So percentage wise, it was like
Yeah, I saw
strongly
that.
Really?
I saw that.
for
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
and the other races, like any race, that was slightly in favor for Harris, but where Trump really won by a landslide was the white race. It was white
The white
women
race.
and men. Fucking, oh
Shocking.
my god, wanted Trump,
It
like
was
fucking.
overwhelming
So,
majority, yeah.
and mind you, Taylor Swift's white, you know what I mean? I would say she's even bigger than Cardi B,
She is definitely
and
bigger.
Mega Stallion and all that. So, like, again, like the fact that the majority of white women and white men rather have Trump, whatever. Again, like
Oh,
she wasn't playing it at the right angle. That's her fucking her
I
problem.
agree.
And she went
Yeah.
with other
that actually.
influencers or male people. She probably would have had a
Yeah.
way better job if she tried to convince the white percentage as well, which again she would have just performed more competently. But
I
that's just
agree.
me,
I
though.
do agree with that.
Yeah.
It should have been more of a generalized like approach instead of like a very specific like demographic. I agree with that. That probably
Yeah.
put
Did
her
you
at a
guys hear
disadvantage.
you guys hear about Obama, like prior to the election, he's like essentially people of color. Now, fundamentally, I think that in itself is racist, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Right, yeah,
And especially from like a notable public figure such as the president,
yeah.
Mhm.
And it's another thing. Another real quick thing is like I think obviously the leader of the elections, the face of it all, does matter. I think a lot of people don't fucking talk about the Senate results or the House of Representatives and how now we have a majority of Republicans in
Yeah.
both of those areas.
Completely
And so
Republican.
yeah, they're all Republican now. So it's like, and obviously
Yeah.
Trump's a Republican. So it's like if he wants to pass legislation down that he just has the tool that now with, and I think
Oh.
a lot of people like kind of disregard that in
Yeah.
its
they-
entirety. So I think it's interesting.
That just shows. I agree. Yeah, that just shows ignorance, like the emotional investment.
Heavy
Like,
ignorance.
Literally,
yeah, it shows
literally.
like Trump. Oh my God, Trump won. It's over. Like, well, first of all, if Kamala would have won anyway, there were the Senate and the House are Republican, so she would have not been able to pass shit without. They wouldn't have allowed
Yeah.
anything.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
that's just ignorance, and it shows like a lack of knowledge, or perhaps like a voluntarily willful sort of effort to not know everything about like the political sort of arena
Yeah,
that
you want
the
to know what's
U.S.
funny
is.
too, though? You want to know what's
Uh,
funny too, though? Fucking what's it called? Everybody thought she was gonna win too, though.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody, they were everyone
Why?
ages. No, that's what I'm saying. But they all
He
I
almost got
swear.
assassinated.
Yeah,
What
dude.
the fuck? Like,
And no,
bro,
and
come
Shinobi,
on.
you just reminded me of another advantage he had: the two assassination attempts. That's another advantage. Like that's
Yeah.
the problem. This man had so many fucking advantages, not only
The
biologically,
aura.
but all the other shit. It literally, like, like I'm just being, and mind you, I'm not picking sides or anything. I'm just being logical as possible.
It's
like,
realistic as
yeah,
fuck. Oh, it's
it's
reality,
realistic.
yeah.
If she had the same advantages, she would have outperformed them.
Yeah.
So like.
Absolutely.
Like that's all.
Dude,
I'm
like
saying,
this is one thing I think everybody who's not completely like biased to the left has to admit. When he
Yeah.
got shot, I mean, how much more aura can you have, man? The guy gets up, doesn't give a fuck. He's like putting his head out in the air and says, "Let's fight. Let's go." I was like, dude,
But
how much
oh my
more?
god,
I know.
Jay, it was staged. And
Like, it was staged. I was like, what the fuck, dude? He moved. If he would have kept his head, if he hadn't have turned his head that at that split second, he would have been killed. Like if he hadn't have turned his head at that
And someone
split
else
second.
did
Didn't
die.
they kill the
Yeah.
gunner too? Didn't they kill the guy that shot too?
Yeah.
Yeah, immediately.
Multiple
The guy
people
died
died. That's-
immediately.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Like,
That's not
so-
staged, bro.
I think he shot a bullet or two. One of them killed a firefighter. R.I.P. to him. And
Jesus.
the other
Yeah, I
one,
didn't know that.
yeah, the other one missed Trump and like grazed his ear only because he turned his head. It would have hit his cranium. He would have died instantaneously if it would have hit his
I'm
cranium.
gonna say this, Jay. I'm gonna say this. Let's be real. If you're gonna try to go the route where it's like, oh, it's staged, whatever, fake, whatever. All right, cool. Good for you. But bro, you don't think FBI is not gonna investigate that shit? You don't think
Yeah,
everybody's
I know,
gonna?
bruh.
They have to. Like, you know what I mean? That's a big fucking deal. So
Yeah,
if
dude.
there was any like heinous or bogus whatever like I'm in my perception, if we're all using our brains, like they would have found something, right? Or they would have
Yeah,
pushed something out.
And
so
think
on
about
so
it this way,
forth.
like think about it logically. You're telling me Trump would hire some retarded white kid from the middle of nowhere to try to kill him and trust him to not shoot him in the fucking head with
And
a
he's willing to
fucking
give
real
his
rifle?
life.
Yeah,
Literally,
right,
like
yeah.
how stupid can you be? It was staged. A real person died. Did that guy voluntarily? Did the guy that shoot Trump say, "Hey, I want you to kill me right
Innocence
after"? Like
too.
what the fuck, dude?
Innocence too.
Yeah, like what kind of bullshit ass fucking like, dude? Let's be honest here. That's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. So the amount of
Cognitive
aura.
dissonance, man.
Yeah, that's
what it
cognitive. That's like willful cognitive dissonance at that point. Like, come on, man. How much stupid can we
Literally.
become?
Oh,
Like,
another
that's
thing
fucking
too,
retarded.
Jay. Nah, I'm sorry. We all have to agree on this at least. The edits though that man had don't even compare to her.
nah,
Like,
nah,
the
dude.
editing that people did for him
For
was
Trump,
was
dude.
He's
pretty
a
crazy,
meme,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, that man looked like an
yeah.
anime villain or some shit. Like
Dude, when
Maru.
he got up and just started he started like chanting fight, dude. How much more aura can you have? Like you can't have more aura than that. He got shot at, gets up immediately and says, "Hey, I don't give a fuck. Like, we're gonna win this shit." I was like, dude, that's patriotism.
Here's a
Embodied.
question I
come
got
on.
before we try to work a chat and everything.
Yeah.
How would Obama do against Trump? Do you think he
Honestly-
could be able to be? I think that'd
honestly,
be a
I
good
think-
battle.
Let's say if like
election-wise,
they're in their primes, right? They go
Yeah,
at
yeah.
it. That would be first of all, that'd be amazing. Firstly, I
Mhm.
think
Yeah, it
honestly
would.
that would be a great election. I actually think
Obama was
probably-
that guy, dude. He
Yeah.
was that guy, man.
was.
He
He had
was.
wrist, bro. Like
I
he
think-
had aura, bro.
Honestly, I think Obama probably would have won. I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
I
He has
think
that
so
aura,
too,
bro.
man.
Like, bro, he'd have all the
He
black
did.
people and colored people in their favor. He'd have a lot of like, bro, even white people fucked with him, bro. Like,
yeah.
he just had
Absolutely.
that.
He beat
Like,
Absolutely.
he beat Mitt Romney like
Yeah.
that was like, dude, he beat John McCain, who was like a war veteran, and then he beat Mitt
Mhm.
Romney when he got his second term. He probably would have beaten Trump. Yeah, I think he would have beaten him.
that I'll say this. That'd be
Yeah.
a very good ass election battle,
Yeah.
though. I will
That
say that.
debate-
I don't think Trump would get fucking slammed, but
Yeah,
but if I had to pick a victor, I do think it would. Obama would still pull it off, though.
yeah. I
So-
think that's
Dude, if
someone
Trump
that
was saying shit like
Yeah.
they're eating the dogs, Obama would fucking rip him, bro.
And
Oh,
that's
dude.
that's
In a
another thing,
debate?
bro.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
yeah,
that
he'd rip
man
him,
won from saying some bullshit like that too.
and the cats. It's
Yeah,
like,
Dude.
come
bro,
on,
how do you
Obama
win
went.
by saying the dogs and
Dude.
cats are being eaten, which is blatantly bullshit and was debunked by like a professionals? Like,
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Obama would have in a debate. He would have ripped him apart. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm saying
That's
that
what I'm
shit.
saying,
yeah.
bro.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Obama was like very articulate. He would have
He
ripped
would have
him.
done it all like calm and collective and professional too, kind of like how Jay operates when he speaks. You know what I mean?
He would have been like Trump would have been all like erratic, and Obama would be like, "Listen up, Donald. I think that." And then he just start ripping him. I'm like, dude, nah.
Listen up, you Mike Wazowski looking
Son
at
him.
slug motherfucker.
Yeah, you can't hang with it.
Yeah.
Like Obama was talented. He was a
So
talented
yeah, I'm
speaker.
pretty sure we all would agree Obama would win, bro. Like,
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
like title of the video Obama versus Trump? Is it close? You know?
Literally. Oh yeah, Six on Twitter. Shout out to Six. He put like he was just joking. He put like a tweet like Donald versus Camelot. It's not close. I think because Donald won. He's like it isn't close. I was like, yeah, facts, bro. But also shout
It's
out
not.
yeah, shout out to Six though for he actually streamed during the elections. I should have done that. Like during they're counting the votes and shit. I should have done that
That's
shit low
cool.
key. But
I bet
shout
that
out to
man had
Six,
hella
though.
moolah from that shit.
Yeah, bro, he was doing that shit. I was like, I should have done that. But
Yep.
shout out to him though. Thoughts on the current state of the power scaling debate community? It's sort of in a rut. I think it's sort of in a
Yeah.
valley right now as far as appeal, as far as attraction as well. We're just in a weird sort of spot right
Need some
now.
spice, man. Need some seasonings. You know what I mean? Whether if the
Yeah.
big boys got to do it or whoever, but yeah, it's definitely. I agree. Yep.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
stale, and I think the reason for that is because there hasn't been an idea that's popped in a while. Swag doesn't post. Shout out to Swag. And then all the other creators, they're trying to every creator is trying to stir up the next big idea or the next big thing. It just hasn't happened yet. Because of that, it's been stale for everyone, every creator, as far as content.
Like I'd say the best ones right now is fucking Naruto explaining NC Hammer.
Yeah, they're
You
the
know what I mean? But
biggest.
like
Yeah,
Naruto wise, but
Naruto wise.
you know what I mean? I'm not counting Seska. I don't pay attention what goes on with that motherfucker. But
Nah.
what's it called? But at least for Naruto wise, I definitely would say NC Hammer and Naruto explain it. I know they've been going at it, so maybe they've been like kind of keeping the light right, for that. But yeah, but
Yeah.
overall, it's just
It's not really there.
and that's the thing. Like Six, whenever he releases or other people, like they be having some banger videos and shit, But it's
Yeah.
just like it's like what you're saying, man. Like there's something's missing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, it's
not
like
as it
sort of
was before.
still. It's not. Yeah, it's not like the golden era. The golden era was like maybe like late 2010s.
Mhm.
Like that was when Swag was like in his prime. Like that was the prime era before Seth got exposed, and him and Swag were making like millions of views of videos, stuff like that. That was when the era was like at its peak for Naruto.
That kind of begs the question though, Jay. Do you think like ever since that whole weird ass drama fallout, did that you think that maybe like potentially dented that
Oh,
in
for
a
sure.
sense, like only
Yeah.
Naruto wise or overall, or
I
I
think
don't know.
certainly the anime power scaling community was tarnished just because of Seth's influence at that point. He was very influential in
Yeah.
that community, and because of what he did, it created a very like bitter taste in people's mouths outside looking in, like everyone that's not part of this community
And
that
negative
perhaps,
perception on us too,
yeah,
yeah.
very negative
Like, oh, like
perception.
these are just children, or they're just weirdos or immature people,
Toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
stereotype was sort of birthed by that whole incident with Seth. Like, power scalers are fucking weird, fucking just degenerate people. They're fucking losers. Like, oh, that's the perception that was created because of the incident with Seth and how all those people looked on that Keemstar stream, which got like 1 million views. So it definitely tarnished the potential of the community for sure. Unfortunately, that's what it did. Now, like other creators
Yeah,
trying to pick up
yeah.
the pieces, like all the other creators that are good guys,
Yeah.
like TG,
Yeah.
Six.
That's what I feel like they're doing, Jay. I feel like they're
Yeah.
they're trying to pick up all the pieces
Yeah, literally.
and like heavily carry that shit on their backs. And again, if we're speaking Naruto only, especially Naruto explained in
Yeah.
NC Hammer, like
NC
Six,
Hammer.
he's good too, but he's been kind of like going in different areas.
Yeah, a
Like,
lot
he's
of
branching out. He's
other
not
content.
just sticking to Naruto only.
Yeah.
TG as well. My bad. He's been doing his best with that too.
Yeah, TG.
Yeah.
The only other honorable mentions really would be Sage of the Cavs, and then
Sage,
Virtue.
yeah, Sage and Virtue.
That's about it.
It's about it. So we'll see. Hopefully, it gets out of
So,
that
yeah.
weird rut, though. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But,
I think the whole bullshit with Seth 445 definitely like accelerated the
facts.
like metaphorical extinction of like the appeal, I would say, but I don't think it wasn't going to happen nonetheless. And I think the reason why is because like the anime that we watch and consume is a whole lot different than like the One Piece, Naruto, Deep
Yeah.
Bleach,
Yeah.
where we're getting like 300 fucking plus episodes of content,
Yeah.
hella characters, all this like information to analyze and make videos about. Right nowadays, we have anime that's like 40 episodes long or
Literally.
50, right, and then it's on to the next. So there isn't that much depth and or layers to really like exploit, so to speak, content. So
Yeah.
it's like when we're talking about like Naruto 20 years later, bro, we've juiced all we juice out of that shit. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
That's
I think until we see something else kind of like pave the way in that facet, so to speak, I think we're going to like keep getting these like blips of like appeal, and they dip down fast because the content is just there as it.
But see that what you're saying though, Shinobi, that's why like starting like for this month. That's why I'm like doing like a big reevaluation with Naruto. That's why I'm going through the manga again and for Shippuden, and I'm also gonna go through like the anime and even watch the fucking movies as well. I'm
Right,
like
yeah.
the
Okay.
video games. I'm not gonna probably do all that. I'm only gonna do the ones that are relevant. Maybe eventually I might go through the video games like for like a fun video or something. But because I know like if you like obviously I'm not saying it's canon, but if you were to include all the video games, you could technically have like a separate scaling. You know what I mean? Kind of like
Oh,
GT,
of
right? You
course.
know, like you could scale GT or whatever for Dragon Ball.
Novels.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But overall, that's why I'm doing like a heavy reevaluation with Naruto because I really want to go through that shit really deeply and post like all the important shit or good shit on my Discord for scans wise, whatever. So this way, like while I'm going through it, if I can find things that, you know, that hasn't
Yeah.
really been pushed out yet, or you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really want to hit the nail or just kind of get that traction back on track. And that's gonna be the plan. But like but I feel like that's what people are gonna really need to do. They're gonna have to dig deep, you know,
Yeah, actually,
and not just
speaking of
try to
that,
do the same shit, you know.
yeah,
But
speaking of that,
Oh, gotcha.
something I extrapolated from a conversation with Sage actually a while ago. Shout out
yeah,
to Sage is that, like Batman said, because there's such oversaturation with Naruto content and like the analysis of the literature. It's the sort of perhaps observations or ideas that come from it are more far and few between because everything's been
yeah,
discussed. Every matchup, every subtle detail of the literature, every power scaling assessment, like the majority have already been done and perhaps multiple times. So it's more tedious to find that next big idea for the Naruto literature. It's been concluded for several years now.
yeah,
And there's been
Wow.
hundreds, thousands of videos on Naruto at this point, perhaps more. So it's just a more tedious task, and because of that, there's repetitions of the same content, perhaps, but it is hard to find that new idea
yeah.
now with many, many, many videos already existing.
And
Um,
that's what I'm saying, Jay. You know, like no,
yeah,
you hit it on the nail. You know, so like, and I'll say this, like for me, just going through the beginning and middle of part one, because I'm at the tuning exams now, one of the most goated arcs.
yeah,
But I've like just going through the beginning, I've actually seen some real like really cool shit. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that because there's some things that I feel like people haven't really like pushed out that much either. Like especially if we're talking about like chakra and things like that, or just certain things that people don't really know.
yeah,
Like I'll give one example of something I remember, like that fucking clones, like shadow clones, and even like water clones as well. They only have 1/10 of the strength of the original user. Not a
yeah,
lot of people know shit like that. You know what I mean? So like, and that matters because if you connect those dots all the way through when you're getting to Shippuden, blah blah, you name it, that's a big fucking deal. Like, look at Naruto with his KCM clones. You know, like
right,
they're
yeah,
over here like blatantly fucking Kage level, just clones alone, but yet they, you know, like you get what I'm saying.
yeah,
Overall, it all just connects. So, but you'd be very surprised with the shit that you will find going through.
yeah,
And I think the person that's done the best job, because I haven't been really keeping up with everyone. I've been watching this shit, but I've seen two videos from Sage. Shout out to him again.
yeah. He does a
But
good job.
I can tell he's really going through it and he's picking up on things or trying to talk about things that has not been discussed yet.
Yeah, he
And
definitely
that's the
has.
angle that you want to play.
It's
Like
not
one,
easy.
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
easy because majority of it's been covered. But if you do dig deep, and this could be for anything too, guys. It doesn't have to be just Naruto. For whatever you might love or be passionate about too, but that's what you kind of have to do. One of the things he did recently, which was a while ago, but it was when I was in the scenes at that point, was it was like he was talking about the geography of Naruto.
yeah. Great
That's a
idea.
good
Yeah,
topic.
yeah,
Nobody's done a fucking in depth or whatever, blah blah. So again, if you go along certain directions, that's what you have to do in order to keep the audience hooked in, or especially to keep you kind of now in the traction and so on and so forth. And that's what I'm gonna do. Like when I get back into it, I'm gonna be doing all kinds of things because the beauty of Naruto, it has philosophy, it has morality, it has obviously versus battles, and then you have like the really, really interesting technical shit again, like what Sage did with the geography or whatever, and then so on and so forth. Like bro, like
exactly.
we were the first ones to say it, but when we talked about the forest of death and like in Konoha, like the distance and all that
Yeah,
shit,
that
and then
was
Gator's
us.
explosion and
Yeah.
pain. That was all us, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody said that
No
shit.
one's
You know
ever
what I
said
mean?
that. Nobody.
No, like you want to know what
Yeah.
everyone did? They immediately went to calcs and went to all this
Yeah.
fan made bullshit. You know,
Literally.
so
Yeah.
again, like
Like, bro,
when
it's
you
in the literature.
yeah,
You know, we have
Literally.
to make nothing up, bro.
Yeah,
You
bro.
know,
Like,
yeah.
and correction. I think it was either Jay alone or it was Jay and Shinobi. They just talked to me about it, but either way, that again, that's another example. So again,
I
like
think we were all scripting
you
a
know.
video. I'm pretty sure we were all on that shit. Yeah,
yeah,
we
I
were just
think we
going
were
through shit.
You
scripting.
guys brought it up to me though. What's it? Because I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
bring that up. You guys did.
Yeah. I
What's
think we
it
talked
called?
whatever.
about
But
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but but overall, like yeah. So for any new people out there, whatever it is, that's what you kind of want to go. You know, like and this again, it could be for anything, but that's why I'm going through everything all over. And once I have all my shit on my Discord, and it's there for everyone too. It's not private either. Because that's the thing. Like I want everyone to have it this way. They have it for like whether they're debating or just if they want to be a content cool, whatever. But again, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And once I have that shit done, bro, I'm going hard on content. I'm gonna be
Yeah, like
going.
there's a
going
few
through a lot of
things that
things. So
we've personally have like introduced in the community. Like yeah, the explosion calculation. We did that from like an actual numerical value from the actual literature.
it was
We
from
did
the show.
that
We're not just making
from
shit
the
up.
show.
Yeah.
It wasn't like some arbitrary
Yeah.
like pixel scaling bullshit or none of
Yeah.
that crap. But we did that. We also did like the theory for why Tobarama isn't faster than Jubito. Like the logic for that. No one else has ever given that theory before. We did that. There's a few things we've done, and essentially you got to use a fine tooth comb. That's how Sage said it when I was talking to him. You got to use a fine tooth comb and really go through, the literature and really pick out the most subtle of details, and then like expand on that and create a new idea that no one's really heard before or a new theory.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is, and they're there. We've made up a few ourselves, but
That's the thing too, Jay. Even if it's like contentious, or even if you may not even inherently be right, the fact that you're even putting in discussion,
yeah,
that's still okay. That's good because then
exactly.
now people can be, oh shit, and let's say they look even more heavy into it, or they have their take on it or whatever. That opens up a whole other can of worms, right?
Yeah.
And again, that's good, and that's how you start bringing it back on the traction, and where it's not just fading away, and shit
Yeah.
like that. And that's really all it is, So
Like
I'm
when
excited
Yeah,
for it.
I
but,
just-
yeah,
I just personally worry that like another 20 years, like people like us, we're still going to be going back to Naruto deep
yeah, exactly,
Well,
exactly, dude.
yeah.
with
Yeah,
a fine tooth comb, like
Like-
you're saying, because
Yeah.
nowadays they don't be making shit like that, bro. And I understand,
Yeah.
like some stories, they shouldn't be dragged out too long, bro. And I think
No,
like
no, they
GT,
shouldn't.
like
JJ.
I've heard,
yeah.
Walking Dead, you name it, right? There's a lot of shows that just drag on too long. They should be ended. But dude, I just got, I caught
That's how we got Boruto, bro.
Facts.
That's
And, like-
that's how we got Boruto, because eventually you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It'll be Naruto. It is going to be washed up at a certain point, whether if it's in the next 5 or 10 years or whatever. What's it called? Eventually, it's
make
going to die
something,
down to
bro.
a certain level where it's not, as because that's the thing about Naruto too, though. Naruto is so fucking good. It's so popular. The fact that it's been so many years and people could still make a living or
Live
pop
on
off
it.
from it or get a reputation from it. Yeah, you name it, or
Exactly.
start growing now. Like that's just crazy itself. That just goes to show you how legendary Naruto is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd say, let's say an anime that's already been dead for a while. Maybe like, not to be an old one, like
Trigun, bro.
yeah, like that one. Like Naruto will be there in about 10 years.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe 10 to maybe 15 if I'm being generous. About 10 years,
And
it'll be in
Boruto's
that
going to
same.
take the mantle pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like, eventually, once Naruto's like finally like faded, because there's just really nothing more content creators can do with it. Right?
Yeah.
Boruto's going to be the next step. So
Yeah, Boruto.
Exactly.
Boruto is the future. People hate to hear that
Yep.
now, but 10 years from now,
It
it'll
is.
be the future. I mean, it's just that simple. It is what it is. TG and Virtue are
Can't wait
fucking
to
off
see it
right now.
animated, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, it's gonna be
exactly.
so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, no, when it does get animated, that's when it's really gonna be in discussions, debates, content, you name it, etc. Because you know how the anime works, regardless if someone agrees with it being canon or not, even though it is canon. And
Yeah, it
again, that's what just reminded me. That's the second fucking thing. Sage did a video on what's canon when it came to
Yeah,
Naruto. Again,
canonicity.
that's another smart idea.
Yeah.
What's it called? So like. again, like, you know, that's how you want to approach things. But anyways, backtracking. So fucking when the anime comes out, all it does is just show extra details. It's the same shit going on, but it could just be additional feats, whatever, blah blah, you name it, right? You know.
Exactly.
So again, like once that comes out, people, bro, that shit's gonna blow up. It's gonna be even more crazy, you name it, and so on and so forth. And I'm just putting this out there. The authors themselves have already said the Boruto anime is canon, you know, and so on and so forth, you name it. You know, obviously, if it's a direct contradiction, like to the manga original source, and fuck that, right? Like Sadara's Tomo shit, apparently that's different or whatever. But you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So,
of course, brother.
So, but yeah, like, yeah, when that shit starts going down, dude, bro, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna take off. So. Man, it's gonna take off.
Especially movies, bro. They could still make fucking movies with it too. More movies and shit, you know.
And I'm sure they will.
So,
I'm not gonna shame anyone for their political views, but watching Harris supporters crying these past few days has been low-key funny. Speaking of that, John Bentley, I actually reposted on Twitter. Again, I'm not trying to shit on people that voted for her, but I was crying, laughing when I was watching people crying about Kamala losing. Yeah,
man, bro, I was crying from laughing.
Literally, I was crying with them when I fucking saw that shit. TG and Virtue are popping off right now. Yeah, shout out to them, bro. They're doing their thing.
Yeah, they're doing their thing.
Yeah, man.
Isn't JJK scaling still popular? Oh yeah, but JJK is still relatively new though. It's not like
that's another thing.
Not as much content on that either.
Why do you think Six started diving into JJK and some other things recently? Because he knows that Naruto is kind of, you know, like fading in a sense.
He knows
so he's not gonna like he'll still do Naruto stuff here and there or whatever, or things that he thinks is a really good idea. What's it called? But you know, overall, like, yeah, JJK, that's another really good one if you want to really get into that, because that it's good, dude. It has a lot of shit with it.
On the topic of Bleach, are y'all caught up? Actually, I don't think I've seen the newest Bleach episode.
No, I haven't seen shit.
I just watched the newest one today, bro.
Fuck, dude.
Bro, Bleach popping off, bro. That last episode, even episode 5, bro, with Aizen, are you kidding me, bro?
That was so fire. Dude, I'll say this about
Aizen,
dude.
Fucking flex.
Aizen is just built different, dude. Like standing in his presence, like made a dude disintegrate and shit. I was like, bro, this dude is a monster. Like his aura caused a fucking dude to die,
bro.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
dude.
And then Aizen said, I think he like said some cold shit. He's like, you really think that taking these off was a good idea or some shit? I was like, bro, you can't fuck with him, bro. Even Shinju, I think, was like, he knew, like, you can't fuck with him. Like, you can't fuck with
that man. Still has aura in like the future.
Even incarcerated, he has aura. Like, even Shinju knows, like, bro.
But you know, what's cool though is the captain. I don't think Kuriaki, whatever his name is. Like, if he dies, like Aizen gets sealed back or something because the key in his stomach or something.
Oh yeah,
and like
the
fact that Aizen got stronger while in the Muzan or whatever the fuck the realm is called, dude. Like, I don't know how the fuck he did it, but
how,
the guy's fucking beat.
He's just cold.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's just a cold man. Like, dude.
I'll say this, Jay and Shinobi. Like, I liked Bleach so much that I'm dead ass because it's just been so long. I'm just gonna have to rewatch it from the beginning, and not no filler bullshit, but just watch the main events. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go through from the beginning and go all the way to the new shit that just came out.
It's fun. It's so fun.
I don't remember it that well, dude. You know, like so.
Shit's fun.
They're bringing back the spawner right now too, bro. So
dude, it's so sick. So sick.
You know, Kiora and shit, Grimjail. I was like,
That's like Boruto. Instead of them trying to copy the Akatsuki, because that's what they did in the beginning, with the fucking car, you know, the car shit. Instead of them doing that, that's like them bringing back the Akatsuki somehow.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Look, I'm gonna say this: if they somehow do that in Boruto, regardless if the organization is either good or bad, imagine just seeing those robes again, the OG Naruto feels. Dude. You know what I mean? And especially if it's badasses in it, or imagine Boruto's in the Akatsuki for some reason. You know what I mean? And he's wearing that robe, like, bro. There's potential, you know. So,
dude, the Spada though, they're so cold. I was like, yeah, bro, we got to see him again, dog. We got to. They're so cool.
And I'm sure they've gotten more powerful, dude.
Oh, like, facts, bro. They have to.
I can't wait to see
They have to. Yeah. Like, to be relevant, they're going to have to be more powerful. This is that simple.
Exactly, right? Like, why the fuck you here if you can't do it?
Yeah,
also, bro, like, where the fuck is... Where is Squad Zero, bro? They're fucking attacking the Soul King, brother. Okay?
Dude,
and they're nowhere to be found. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Ewok's having a field day, dude. I don't know where the fuck they are, bro. Like, what the fuck? Ewok is
Uh,
cold though. I can't
yeah.
even lie. Ewok is cold as fuck, bro. He's
Hey,
cold.
I'm gonna say this though. Different note though. And then we can try to catch up with the comments and shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're just like we're kind of enjoying all this shit. It's been a while, man, of all of us being together.
Yeah,
too,
it
you know?
has.
But so sorry, guys. But I'll say this too though, because I've been watching Hero Academia because all that shit finally was released in
Oh,
anime.
I gotta
man.
watch that.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you because from what I've heard, I haven't seen the JJK manga, and obviously they haven't done no anime. But I've heard a lot of negativity about the ending and the final arc for
Yeah,
JJK. But
disappointing.
the Hero Academia is pretty fucking good, dude. I'm actually really enjoying it. Like
Bro, I
it's
need to
pretty
The
watch
damn
that.
anime
good.
is peak, bro.
It's
I
gotta
pretty
watch that,
totally
fucking
bro.
enjoyed
good.
it.
Like that shit was.
I just caught up. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so good,
Bro.
bro. Yeah.
I gotta
Yep.
watch that. But yeah, the JJK
Yep.
manga ending was very disappointing though. Very disappointing. It was
Yeah, I heard about that, man. I don't know what it was,
Yeah.
but I just heard a lot of negativity, man.
Yeah,
So
I don't want to spoil
like,
it, but yeah, it's very
yeah.
disappointing.
So yeah, so
Very
if you guys
disappointing.
were disappointed in JJK and you haven't seen Hero Academia, go hop over to that because at least to me that didn't disappoint. Even
Oh, not at all.
Troy, even simply Troy. I don't know about 6, but even Troy said it was fucking good and he loved it. He thought
Yeah.
it was better than JJK. So,
Other
They're
Naruto.
basically having like a 4th grade Shinobi War right now. And
Oh shit!
Mhm.
I gotta
It's
watch
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit,
that's what
man.
It's
happened.
going down.
Yep.
All the
Um,
heroes, like all the villains. Yeah, it's crazy.
Are the Naruto
No, literally.
Storm games canon? I think most people think it would say it's not canon.
I think Generations is.
Yeah,
Right?
like
Generations,
the majority of
though.
the majority of
Yeah.
the games are like hands down. People would right away be like, no. Obviously, if it's already been shown, then that's fine. But the only things that people do argue a lot more for, or will be like it is canon, is like the Naruto Storm Revolution game
Yeah,
that had
yeah.
all the Akatsuki story. Because it's basically about the Akatsuki,
The Akatsuki.
them building it, starting from scratch. You know what Obito and Nagato did, and then just connects to everyone else. You know.
Yeah.
So you have that, and then I think there was like, I think there was one more other game that was also people consider or try to argue for, but it's only 2 games, and the
Yeah,
only
agreed.
reason is because of like them utilizing anything that's heavily in connection to Kishimoto being involved, etc. You name it. You know?
Yeah, that's like the
So-
argument for it. When the Oboro
Yeah.
tournament comes back, it's going to have a strong start considering they still need to adapt Final Aqua Part 1. Oh, for sure. It's going to kill it, man. I guarantee you that. Thoughts on the Sakura Blitz Kage discourse? Here's the thing. Swag Kage started this discourse years ago with his Sakura versus Madara video. I'll say this. In the manga, she is visibly aware that Sakura is coming towards her. She's just not able to react. Yes, she did have Sasuke and Naruto coming at her simultaneously. She's dumb as hell too, so keep that in mind. Kaguya is by far more powerful than all those guys, but she's just really dumb. So that's also another factor to keep in consideration. But she was blitzed in that instance. Yeah, doesn't mean Sakura's faster than her. Again, Kaguya is dumb as shit. If that was Madara with that level of power, Sakura would have been dead. Let's just say that. Kaguya is just very dumb, very very dumb character, despite her power. Aizen gassed the chair up. That shit would survive Naruto. Dude, Aizen's cold, bro. Been seeing a lot of
Dude, bro.
She's cold. He's cold, bro. He's a cold man.
It's crazy. I was so stoked when I saw him like go to release Aizen. I was like, oh. And like, dude,
bruh.
you think Naruto's philosophical? Dude, the shit they say in Bleach right now, bro, I'm like, yo, this shit hits,
It's
bro.
cold.
Like, this is
It's
some
cold.
It's cold as fuck, bro. It's like some
Dude.
life and death shit. You think they want to release Aizen? Fuck no,
bro,
bro.
they got.
With
That's
the
how you
shit
know
he
they're
says,
desperate.
got
Like,
mega
what did
boost,
he?
bro. I can't.
What did he say?
holy
He's
crap,
like, "Why would I help you?" or some shit. Like he didn't. He's like, he knows that he has the leverage now because they're coming to him. He's
Oh,
like, bruh.
Yeah, exactly.
You wanna know
like
what's funny as shit?
very
That's
aware.
that's like Naruto going to like fucking Madara. He's like, hey bro, help me.
Like Aizen he's the one incarcerated, but it's ironic because he's like, oh, so you need my help. Why would I help you? Like he doesn't give a fuck, bro. He's like, why would I give a fuck? Basically is what he
Yeah.
told them. I was like, bro, he knows. He's like, you got me locked up.
Yeah,
here, but
yeah.
You need me because you know I'm him. Like you know you need my help right now. I'm the only one
Yeah.
that can help. I'm like, dude, Aizen's just
Everyone's
cold, bro.
mad at everyone's mad the head captain facing him, understandably.
Yeah.
Like the shit he says to rationalize, and it's like, dude, that's a leader in my opinion, bro. Like, you
Facts.
gotta do tough shit like that,
like
bro.
he has to do what he has to
can't
do.
hold him.
Yeah, like
Absolutely,
That
bro.
sometimes you gotta make the tough decisions, even if it means going there. Like it is what it is. Like he knows Aizen is like the most formidable threat they could use as perhaps an asset, and he knows that. It's like it's that
I'm gonna
simple.
say this real quick though. Here's a crazy thing for fucking me. And mind you, I haven't seen any of this shit, but there's two ways I see it. Either there is a very simple logical explanation for why he's still relevant, or two,
Yeah,
he's just that fucking guy, and even being incarcerated, that
Who,
motherfucker is
Aizen?
somehow getting strong. Yeah,
yeah.
Aizen.
No,
Yeah,
he got stronger, dude.
yeah.
Like
Even
while
incarcerated
locked up in
somehow.
jail, basically.
Yeah, even
That's
in
fucking
jail.
crazy.
It's
That's what
like
I'm saying, bro.
That's like Sasuke, like, you know, when they had him sealed in fucking jail,
yeah.
like where he couldn't use his eyes and shit. That's like that man just like getting stronger and stronger, just sitting there, like, what?
It's almost as if
Like,
like
I
his
know,
spiritual
dude.
pressure, even incarcerated, his spiritual pressure just kept like rising. Like
so
he
you can
kept.
train yourself even without doing physical exertion,
Yeah,
basically,
I
is what I'm
think with
getting
It's
at.
kind of
him,
like shadow
Yeah.
training
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
with
yourself,
him,
Okay.
I've
you
had to
know?
theorize it's because of the Hoyoku interaction. Maybe it had some weird effect on his spiritual
Or
pressure to where like,
modifications. Yeah, because he
yeah, like,
transformed in the end. Yep. hmm
if I had to theorize why, maybe it's like even after it's just continuously he's like improving as like a fucking combatant. Like his spiritual pressure's still rising, even incarcerated where he can't do shit. Like he's still becoming more and more powerful. It's fucking ridiculous. Like,
That makes sense
It's
though
sick as
because
fuck,
he
dude.
he kind of became Ichigo in the end. You know, that was like his whole thing. Like because you know how Ichigo always had the holification, right? And then his in his human form. So like
yeah,
what he did in the end was he did the same shit. Like he got the holification, all that shit, whatever, and in the end he loses to Ichigo's final form. But it kind of makes sense because if he still had all that and what that's like kind of like Naruto being incarcerated but having the nine tails and they're just kind of like you know fusing more together or getting stronger
yeah,
together. You know?
it'd be like
Yeah,
Or
that.
yeah.
maybe even
Yeah,
like training in like their own, you know, like that weird area that
all
they
the
can
astral
talk to and
plane.
shit, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if it's something maybe along those lines too, then that could actually make sense for why he's
Yeah,
continuing to get
he's just
stronger.
different, but it's crazy. Have you watched the recent episode of Dragon Ball Dama? I actually haven't. I saw the one last week, but I haven't seen
Oh,
this one yet
I haven't
yeah.
either.
seen it yet. No, I'm
Let's
gonna
talk
watch.
about Daima, guys.
I'm watching
What?
Dragon Ball all the way to there. That's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
it's
first.
very nostalgic watching Dragon Ball Dama. I like it. Obviously, it's cool to see Goku with his staff again, like when he was a kid. I mean, he is a kid right
Yeah.
now. It's cool to see him with the with the staff and like just the way it brings a lot of nostalgic memories to Dragon Ball. Not even Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
And it looks beautiful. I saw
Yeah,
the
it looks
trailer at
really, really
least. It
good.
looks gorgeous,
Looks
dude. Oh
great. Yeah,
shit.
the animation's great. The
Yeah,
story. Yeah,
Like,
it's
bro,
pretty
everybody
cool.
wants that for Naruto, man. You know, like that's like, remember when Naruto did the anniversary shit, and you saw how
Oh
beautiful it
man,
looked when they
that looks
remastered it.
sick.
Like, bro, that's
Yeah,
basically what they did for Dragon Ball. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
dead
for
ass.
that, like they need. I'm telling you, bro, we need that for Naruto, bro.
We
That would
need
go
that.
so good.
Yeah, it would definitely
Everybody
kill
definitely a
would
it.
slow
rewatch it. They
burn.
would pay to watch it, dude. I promise you.
Oh, facts. Definitely pay to watch that shit for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dragon Ball
There is
Dama,
one thing I
it's
saw.
cool.
Like, if they like, they have like these like, I suppose that like, or it's almost like a sensu beam, right? And one of them is like this beam that allows the youth, and like on the diagram, it has like at one by consuming these beams. So could you imagine like Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku, bro? Like that'd be fucking sick. I don't know about
Holy
you,
Yeah,
shit,
it's
bro.
crazy.
bro.
I
That'd
don't
be
know
like
about you, dog,
a
but
three-way fucking fusion. Holy shit.
it's a
Uh,
slow burn right now. You know, it'll get there
yeah,
eventually
to
for
me
sure.
it's enjoyable because I'm as biased as they come. But yeah, it is a slow burn though. It is a slow burn for sure.
Yeah.
It'll definitely probably get better like combat wise and stuff like that. Shinshui is definitely MVP candidate right now for this arc. Oh, facts, bro. He made the hard decisions.
Facts.
He has to do,
Great facts, bro.
taking Yamamoto's place with his death. He knows he has to do what he has to do, man. Like he has the
Yeah,
experience.
facts.
He's a vet. He knows what it takes to win.
Oh, and Jay, Ukatake, dude, the shit he's doing, like, come on, bro.
Bro.
Like, he was always irrelevant in my opinion, but like now
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, bro, like you literally like saving everyone.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
literally.
Like,
Yeah.
Like it's funny because Senshui is like, I gotta wake up the devil. It is what it is. Like it's literally what he's doing. But a man has to do what he has to do. So that's respect, though, man.
dude,
I mean, that's what leaders do.
and also with Kubo, like Ukatake was always sick, right? We never fucking
Yeah.
knew why. It's like now we know, like all these years later. For me, that's a really cool like thing to realize. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the foreshadowing and vision of Kubo in general is like it's really well done, and to see it all come together, dude, it's actually like Bleach is fucking top tier right now,
Oh
bro.
yeah, it's all
Honestly,
coming together. Like Kubo, I think I think he even stated like with this anime, this like, with the Thousand Year Blood War, he's able to do what he wanted to do originally in the manga. But like I knew he was like sick and stuff back then or whatever. But now he can do it his way. And now we really get to see like his talent. Like, and we're seeing that now with
yeah,
the anime. His talent and his
Yeah.
vision. He's a great fucking author. I mean, there's a reason why Bleach is so good. Um,
legend.
yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah,
He's up there with like, Kishimoto and obviously the manga god himself, Toriyama. So it's fucking
Oda.
it's damn good, man. That
Yeah,
shit's damn good. And Oda, yeah, those guys are all like the manga gods, basically. Um, so it's fucking crazy. It's damn good. I mean, Bleach is pretty damn good. And I said this on Twitter too. As much as I hate to say this, Ewok would solo all of Naruto, all of Boruto, probably like excluding only
oh
Shibai. Dead
dude,
ass, bro. He's that
easy,
powerful.
easy, bro. Yeah,
Easily. And I never thought I'd say that,
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, bro, he is crack. He could see into the future. He's a fucking monster. I mean, I don't know how you fucking beat him, bro. You can't stop him. Like
This motherfucker sounds like a goddamn Amato
like,
robot or some
yeah.
shit.
His ability is called the Almighty. That's like what you call Jesus Christ, the Almighty, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
It's giving me a flashback to the pain arcs and shit, man.
yeah, dude.
Remember when all the wordplay they had with
Yeah.
pain and shit?
Yeah, literally, like the Almighty, like the Almighty one, dude. That's basically what he is, dude. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. He's
The
something else.
craziest thing is if he's that fucking cracked, that only means it's only a matter of time before the main character is getting up there along with whoever
facts.
else, like aka
Facts.
Ichigo, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's me to go.
The man
Yeah.
himself, bro. Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
reach like fucking multiversal levels. I mean, it's just that simple. Like that's
Well, the
fucking
thing is,
crazy.
right? If Squad Zero, like just one of the members, they're multi like universal. Then
Oh,
you
facts.
walk is their leader,
Yeah.
who is obviously multi like it's like I can't even like fathom how fucking strong Ewok is right now. And the shit he's doing right now, dude, the flex on the Soul King and everyone, bro, is actually kind
Bro.
of funny.
That's
To be honest, dude. I don't want to
cold,
spoil
dude.
anything, but
Yeah,
it's actually
dude.
hella funny. Yeah.
Like he went to the Soul King and was like, "You're my bitch now." I was like, "Bro, what the fuck?
God damn.
You're cold, dude." Like, and there's nothing no one could do about it. He just came in there, dominated the Soul King himself, and said, "I'm him." I was like, "Bro, this guy's
and
something
the
else,
shit he
man."
did to Ichigo, bro. Oh,
Bro, that was
that
an
was
ass whooping, man.
that was sad.
God
Bro, man,
Yeah.
that still hasn't changed this day, bro. Ichigo always getting them ass whoopings here and there.
Yeah, bro. First it was Aizen, like at Soul Society arc. Now it's Ewok. Like, bro.
Or Grimjo. Remember
No, but-
Grimjo's first encounter too, when he beat the
Yeah.
fuck out
Oh,
of
He
yeah.
beat that
Ichigo?
ass, bro. I was like,
Absolutely.
you know who Ichigo is like? He's like Rocky. Like you might get him the first time, but he always comes
Yeah.
back. He always comes back.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
never kill his bitch ass. They're
Yeah.
always so dumb. Kill him.
That's what
Like-
I'm saying.
Yeah, literally. Like Aizen.
You know?
Facts, dude.
Yeah, bro. Like Aizen got him. You know, Aizen sunned him. Then he came back, took him out with his Dangai Ichigo form. You know, then with
Oh, yeah, right.
Grimjow got his ass whooped. Then he beat Grimjow. Now he's dealing with Ewok. You know, he'll come back again though. He's like,
Ulquiorra.
Even that
Ulquiorra.
one, even
Yeah.
that one, yep, him, and then the other dude, the brother of I forgot his
Oh,
fucking name, the one that had all the pink shit, the
Rukia?
speedster.
Yeah,
he beat the
Byakuya.
fuck out of him the first time too. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's what I'm saying,
Byakuya. Yeah.
bro. He's Rocky.
Kenpachi even. Like,
Kenpachi.
I know.
Yeah, he's literally Rocky, bro. He's Rocky Balboa in Bleach, dude. Dead ass. He's like,
And then like his saving grace was the fucking holification, like the Nine Tails for
dude,
Naruto.
that hollow?
Like the amount
Yeah,
of times
dude.
that shit saved him, bro.
that saved his ass. Yeah, that saved his ass, dude. When
I
he was fighting-
genuinely don't know how it's gonna be Ewok though. I genuinely
I don't know,
bro. Like,
dude.
there's nothing.
I
Like,
don't know.
dude, he literally gets him
Ultra
paralyzed.
instinct training arc. That's what that motherfucker's
He's gonna need like an omnipotent fucking hacks or some shit, bro. I don't know how the fuck
Literally,
he's gonna beat him.
something.
dude. Like,
Hey, we're Ida, bro.
Where's
Hey,
Ida,
we're
dude?
Damon.
yeah, literally, bro.
Yeah, for
Like,
real.
Hey, but I'm gonna say this
damn.
real quick because I did tell the boys before. I'm gonna do like a quick little outro because I do got a dip. I have something
Yes,
coming
sir.
up for tonight. But I do want to say this for anybody that's curious at my end. I am gonna be making like an announcement video, kind of updating you all of what's going on.
Yes,
Just for me,
sir.
personally, and then the expectations to set forward and etc. So I will keep you all in the loop. I just kind of wanted this to kind of be like a little surprise gift for you guys to be with the boys again, and you name it. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed all of us being together. Um, and just a short consensus of it too. Let's go. There's been a lot of self-reflection on my end, a lot of growth. If you guys didn't know, like there's some stuff that happened. I lost someone very close, so I had to deal with all that and just life, etc. You name it. There's a lot of things to attend to, which is why I had to be away for a while. I was going to be away longer, but something came through, and because of that, I didn't want to be gone for a while and then come back shortly and then be gone for a while again. I didn't want to do that to you guys, so I did try to come back to where I can at least be here for the last 2 months or whatever, or maybe even 3 or 4 months. I'll have with you guys and then some other shit. But again, I'll explain all this in a whole other thing. But shout out to Jay again. It's
Yes,
always an honor
sir.
and pleasure being on this co-host stream. They have been, my boys. We're practically like brothers and family at this point. But from day one, they've always been great. Done a lot for me. Even Shinobi, it's always a blessing to be with these guys. Everything they did before as well. I did eventually attend to that while I was MIA here and there, but again, just I'm grateful for everybody, you guys, the community, everyone that's here, all the support you give for Jay, Shinobi, me, all of us together, just everything. And most importantly, you guys could probably relate to this, but if you guys have been through any fallings, whether if it's failures or losses, whatever the hell it is, try to always focus on the good perception of it, the positive, right? Pros and cons
Yeah.
to everything. And it's not easy, man. It's not. That's why I had to take my time away and do all the shit I had to do. But since I lost a close loved one, we had a lot of similarities and passions. And because of that, and the last words he said to me, I'm gonna take that into consideration and kind of, hold that very close to me and basically just try to push in that direction because I know he would want me to keep going, etc. You name it. And that's what I'm gonna basically be doing. So but yeah, I will give an update vid for you guys for anyone that was curious. But yeah, Jay and Shinobi, as always, you keep this stream banging,
Yes,
and you guys
sir.
better hit the fucking like button, okay?
Yes, sir.
Hit the goddamn like
Much
button.
love,
What we
my dude.
doing? All right, But
Appreciate you,
but I
brother.
love you all,
Appreciate your brother.
especially you two guys. And for every other Saturday coming up, unless something's going on with Jay, I should be full availability as well starting now. So
Yes, sir.
this will be the one stream I do got to dip early, unfortunately. But again, it's been an honor. It's been great, and love you all. So
What's up, brother?
Love, dude.
Appreciate you, brother.
Love you,
peace.
Peace. All right, y'all. There you guys have it. Batman has returned. He'll be here, for a couple months, like he said. It's great to have him back. The whole gang hasn't been together in quite some time, as you guys all know. But yeah, these podcasts will be lit for show. Try to come up with some other ideas while we're all able to be together for now. But yeah, amen to that, man. Amen
Yeah, it's
to that.
awesome.
It's definitely pretty awesome.
Yeah, there's a quote. I'm not really religious, but like there's a quote that says like God gives us challenges, and I feel like if you
Facts.
can come back from those challenges and actually be able to help people as a result, I mean that's such a beautiful thing, dude. I think Batman is definitely like on his path and journey. It's great to see him back in general, bro. So
Amen to that.
yeah, looking forward to it, man. It's definitely a vibe with us three, dude. So
Yeah.
yeah.
One thing about, like Batman said, seeing the positive. The one thing about storms in your life, right, or the valleys in your life is that it forges your character. Trials and tribulations forge your character. Whether you're religious or not, that's just the case. Whether you think that's because of a higher being forging you or the universe or whatever you believe in, what we can say is that trials and tribulations forge your character. It molds you into a more resilient being. So there's always a positive, even in the darkest of moments. And Batman sees that, and he's a resilient being himself. It's good to have him back. And anyone, like you said, anyone out there that has those moments or is experiencing that moment, just know you'll be more resilient when you come out the other side. That's the positive. Become tougher. That's just a fact. But yeah, we're definitely glad you're back for the show. Jay, have you made it to Alabasta yet? Actually, I haven't watched One Piece in a minute. Been on the IRL endeavors, but I do tend to get back to it this week to watch some One Piece, get back at it. The last thing I remember, it's actually been quite some time since I've watched. Last thing I remember, yeah, they were still taking the princess, I believe, to Albasta, I believe. Um,
Yeah, Vivi, I believe her
yeah,
name is.
I think that's her name, and I
Yeah.
think they got to like a place where they met these pirates or something, or not. I don't know if they're even pirates or whatever, but at first they were like hostile towards Luffy and company, but then they ended up like befriending them. I don't know where they're at right now. I need to rewatch, like rehash what exactly is happening. But they
Could
like
be
entered
Law,
some.
maybe.
It might be that,
Uh,
yeah. That might be what it is. But it's been a while since I've seen. I'm enjoying the world building. I like the attention to detail. Definitely brings the world to life in my eyes. So I could see why people say there's great world building in One Piece. It really is. It's true.
Good.
It's pretty
Yeah.
great. Pretty great. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. Where is it stated that Toneri
Yeah.
is stronger than Kaguya? Where is it stated? I think it's in one of the movie like descriptions, like some piece of literature states that he's the
Yeah,
strongest.
I forgot. I think it's like I'm pretty manga, I believe.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
can. But I just want to say real quick though, like I just caught up with One Piece and
Yeah.
like the whole like I forgot the transformation all the way with like the white hair, like this
Oh, Gear
ninja.
5? Yeah,
The
yeah.
odd trans. Is that Gear 5? Oh yeah, it is Gear 5. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like I thought it was really silly at first. Like I just did it at all, but like you're saying, dude, the world building and the lore they give you if you just like give time and pay, actually like phenomenal, dude.
It
Like
is.
I think
Yeah.
One Piece is such a rare exception of having a story go out for that long and still just it's
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 great.
like
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's actually like definitely worth the time, man. And
Yeah.
it's like it's nice to just take your time
I agree.
that way.
Exactly. Exactly. If you take your time, it
Yeah.
really is worth it. Like no rush. Just enjoy like the process, enjoy the journey. I definitely think it's worth it for sure. Definitely.
It's like over
Thoughts?
1,100 episodes, bro. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
yeah, it's
literally. I haven't made a
yeah.
fucking dent. Thoughts and discussions surrounding streaming being supposedly harder than 9 to 5. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up, John Bentley. I've seen that discussed highly on Twitter. Some people saying that a streaming career is harder than a 9 to 5. Here's the thing about streaming. What's difficult is blowing up, right? Making it to the top of the food chain in the streaming meta. That's difficult because it's difficult to reach that position. But the action that's required to reach it isn't difficult. All you got to do is turn on your computer, sit there, and do whatever.
Get your
Certainly
ass
not
down.
harder.
Yeah,
Yeah, just sit your ass
bro.
down and do it every day. Can it be tedious? Sure. Is it harder than a 9 to 5? No, it's not harder than 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 requires much more effort in various ways, especially jobs, that are physically tedious, for example, or mentally tedious, or jobs that require years of schooling. In general, streaming is nowhere near as hard as a 9 to 5. Being successful in streaming is difficult, sure, to make a living out of it, to reach that position, but to become like what you need to physically do to become a successful streamer is not difficult. It's not difficult. I'm
Yeah,
not saying
and it's like
streaming.
also, dude,
Yeah,
like 9 to 5s, they require by nature, right? Like
yeah,
stream however many hours you want, dude. Like you have your own schedule, like you're saying, you just sit down, live with people. Like it really isn't that hard in nature. Like
it's
there's
not
jobs out there, dude. Like, it's not even.
not debatable. Yeah, it's not
Like I
debatable.
understand the mental anxiety, perhaps, but
Yeah,
like with most adapt and like it becomes habitual, and that like level of times tolerated toward, right? So I
yeah,
think in essence, is your occupation.
yeah. In general, it's not. Imagine asking like an offshore oil driller, hey, do you think streaming is harder than your job? Come on, man.
Oh, oh
What the
no,
fuck, bro? Like that guy would laugh in
oh
your face,
no.
bro. He would laugh in your face, man. Like,
Okay, let me ask you this, right, Jay? Like, do you
yeah,
consider esports a real sport, right? What's
Um,
your take on that?
what was that? You said esports?
Oh, do you consider a real sport?
Yeah, I think you cut out for a second. I think you're cutting out. That's why.
Oh, can,
All right, folks. We're just waiting for Shinobi real quick. Read the chat while Shinobi fixes his mic. The last thing that you saw was the crew recruiting Chopper the Doctor. I think you'll like the upcoming Power Scaling too. Yeah. I think you're right, Tyrion. That's where I left off. Yeah, they were recruiting him. I think you're correct about that. But yeah, going back to that streamer thing, streaming is not difficult. It's not difficult. The act of streaming is not difficult. Certainly not as tedious as a 9 to 5 job. Um, I'd say the only jobs that would be arguably easier than streaming. I mean, I don't think there is a job that's easier than streaming a 9 to 5 job. Um, I can't even think of one, to be quite honest with
yo,
you.
sorry about
Yo,
that.
yo. Yeah, you
Sorry about
sound
that,
pretty
guy.
clear now. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I was just asking. Do you consider like esports to be a real sport, like in a similar sense? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Esports, right. It's like, I would say esports. Esports just what consists of like video games, right?
Yeah, like CDL championships or like League of
Yeah,
Legends or
League of Legends.
Halo, whatever it
It,
is, right?
I would say a sport. I guess it comes down to semantics as far as like where you can compete, sure, but obviously it's not as tedious as a physical sport. You
Nicely,
know,
yeah.
yeah. So it's that is a good analogy. It's basically what that is. Like streaming can be considered a job, but then when you compare what's required of that job, it's not anywhere close to like an actual job. Like the demands are nowhere near as intensive. Especially physically tedious jobs. It's not close. Um, to become successful in streaming statistically, of course, it's difficult as far as like the statistical probability that you'll be successful in streaming, but the act of streaming is easy. You know, um, the reasonable take
Yeah,
is that,
dude.
yeah, exactly. The reasonable take is that tons of 9 to 5 people don't have the it factor for content creation. That's talent, though. That's not effort. Talent is something else. Talent is like God given.
Like,
Um,
there's no physical exertion at all,
yeah,
dude. It's
not
all
even mental
mental.
exertion, really. Like, there's some
Yeah,
mental exertion for like content creation, but how much mental exertion does it take to be funny or to be entertaining? That's like God
or to
given
play a
talent.
game.
Yeah,
You
or to
know what
play
I
a
mean?
game. Like,
Like, bro.
that's not really physically or mentally exerting. That's just you're either entertaining or you're not. That's really what it comes down to. Like for example, Flight Reacts. He's naturally entertaining. I'm not saying that he's fucking like a lazy fuck. Of course, he grinds on his videos, but he's naturally talented as far as entertainment. You
Oh,
know,
dude. You know what's funny about Flight? I
yeah.
love when he does this. Like in the middle of his videos, he'd be like, "Hey, don't worry, yo, I'm gonna edit this out, bro."
He doesn't even edit it out. Yeah,
He
literally,
never
dude.
does. It just shows you,
Never.
bro. You don't really have to give a fuck about shit like that,
Yeah,
dude.
you
Just
don't,
be.
bro.
You don't, dude. It's so funny,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Like
yeah.
that it factor that you're talking about, Terrion, that's something that isn't something that requires effort. You either have it or you don't. That's the thing. Like it's not something that requires exertion. Sure, you got to exercise your talent, but it's not difficult to do that. It's not difficult to make a reaction. I'm not saying that it's fucking like a walk in the park, but it's not as difficult as a 9 to 5 job, though. That's the thing.
Facts.
And that people, I think
Nor is it
people
as
are,
long.
yeah, nor
Yeah.
is it as long for most streamers. People are misconstruing talent with effort. That's what they're misconstruing. Yeah, it's statistically more likely that you'll have a 9 to 5 job than to be Kai Cenat or Aiden Ross. Yes, that's correct. But their jobs are not more difficult than even a school teacher or a construction worker or architect or whatever. You know. Esports underrated mentally. Top tier athletes have to know life their games to be the best.
It's true. I mean, I think esports are more mentally exertion or exhausting than streaming in
Streaming.
general.
Yeah.
But to label it a sport because of that is not something I'm so like willing per se.
Yeah. It's it's competitive, of course, but to compare it to like football or basketball or boxing or something, it's not very
Yeah, right.
analogous. Yeah, it's not
Ah,
very
dude.
analogous. I'm not saying,
Yeah,
to be a competitive world class esports, sort of person is easy, but it's not compare. I would say it's very comparable to physical sports. Um, not to to like shit on people that do that. That's great, but it's not comparable in my opinion either. So yeah, it's more
facts.
of a talent thing for sure. Yeah, it's a talent thing. It's certainly a talent thing. It's not, oh, you just work so hard. That's why you're the biggest streamer in the world. No, they have something that other people don't. They have an it factor that other people don't. Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, I show speed. The guy's just naturally entertaining. You know, the flight reacts or what all those
Dude,
guys. You know,
yeah. I show
Ver
feed hella funny.
he's
I'm
hella
not gonna
funny. He's
lie.
like anything he does is fucking like entertaining. He's just naturally entertaining.
Yeah.
So that's something most people just don't have. Technically, esports are going Olympic now. I mean,
Wow.
it's popular enough. You know, popular
That's
enough.
crazy.
That is crazy though. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
That's
so is breakdancing. So what that was like, dude. So
oh my
it's like,
god, that was a fucking joke, man. I don't know what the fuck that
yeah,
was. That
yeah,
was ridiculous. That like offended real breakdancers too. They're like, what the fuck is that? But
Brad.
was it ever stated that adult Sasuke can take on a Kaguya level combatant himself? Well, it's not really stated, but it's sort of implied. Um, because him and Naruto heavily fatigued, right?
50%
Face
power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he states that they're facing a beyond Kaguya level threat, which is a bare minimum fuse Momoshiki. Naruto's at 50% power. Sasuke's probably around that, having to teleport like multiple people to another dimension, which we know fatigues him greatly. So, yeah, more than likely, it's never. I don't believe it was ever stated, but it's implied that Sasuke at it, in his prime could take on a Kaguya level threat. Yeah, it's implied. I don't think it's ever stated though, but it's implied. Yeah. Um, but yeah, yeah, I've seen that discussion. I think on Dante, shout out to him. He said that, but he was kidding though. Like he didn't actually mean it when he said streamers have harder jobs than 9 to 5 people. He actually said I'm fucking joking, like on
Oh,
Twitter. So
hey,
he
I can
doesn't.
believe that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was just trolling everybody. People were fucking pissed too, but he was trolling. So shout out to I'm Dante too. It's pretty dope. So. Um, But yeah, folks, any questions at all, feel free. Feel free. Even about
It
that
kind of
stuff. Like,
reminds me. I don't know if you saw the thing of like with Kill Tony. He was at like one of the Trump rallies. Like,
oh yeah, yeah,
yeah. What's ironic is a lot of folks, from like Puerto Rico and stuff, actually, oh, not from per se, but like folks that are here in America that have like Puerto Rican like heritage,
yeah,
ended up voting for Trump. Like,
yeah.
nonetheless, that's
Exactly. Yeah.
kind of funny. Like, yeah,
Kill Tony is like the ultimate. I mean, he's a comedian firstly, but he's like the
yeah, of
ultimate
course.
troll. He's like the ultimate troll. That's the thing with him. Tony Hinchcliffe. He's like a. I mean, he has his own show called like a roasting show or some shit.
Yeah, it's every
Um,
Monday. They don't. They don't.
yeah.
They don't stop ever, dude. It's literally every Monday, holidays,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
this is pure flames. He's like a professional roaster, literally. Maybe the best roaster, so
Have you heard of a guy called Dylan by chance? He's also like a really good like satirical
oh, Tim Dillon.
comedian. So he's on Joe Rogan, I think, not that
Yeah,
long
yeah,
ago
yeah.
too. Tim
Yeah,
Dillon. Tim
I
Dillon.
like
Yeah,
Tim
yeah.
Dillon. I've seen him a few times, yeah.
He's actually really sick too, man.
He's
Like
really
for sure.
sick. Yeah, his roasting is top tier too. He's pretty
Oh,
damn good.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
his
up there with
satire
Tony.
is like impeccable, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's up there with Tony for sure. They're like he's one of the best. Um, I don't like to compare esports to traditional ones, but it's impressive as fuck what humans can do with mouse and a keyboard. Oh yeah, the reaction time and stuff. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's impressive.
Okay,
Um,
but here's this, right? Like, what if I said, "Oh, I want to make like throwing darts or like bowling a sport"? Like, are we gonna do that? Because like
yeah, because
someone's
competitive.
really good at finessing their wrist or something. Like, brother, I'm
Uh,
sorry, I'm not gonna call it a sport. It's a
yeah,
really cool hobby. Like, you're good
yeah,
at a hobby. Like, you're really good at it. You
yeah,
know.
right. Exactly.
But
It's like
yeah,
it's an event that, it's cool. It's impressive when you see someone who's really good at video games for sure, but it's not as impressive as a guy running like a fucking 4.340. It's not
oh,
that
bro.
not as impressive as that, or like a fucking guy having a 48-inch vertical or something like that. So it's just not as impressive as
Exactly.
that. But it's still impressive. I'm not saying it's like, oh, it's fucking they're all those people are dumb. Like, no, it's impressive, but
It
not
is.
as
It is.
impressive as that.
Absolutely.
Dana White shouting out Aiden Ross was a bit random. I mean, Aiden Ross had Trump on his on his stream. I think that's why I shouted him out. And I think
Huh.
he knows. I think he knows Aiden Ross. Like Aiden Ross has been to like UFC events
I feel
before.
like Aiden Ross blowing up is one of the most random things to
So
happen, dude.
random.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
so
lie, bro.
random. I think he
Him and
told his
Neon, like,
story. Yeah, he said
yeah,
that he blew up after he played with Bronny a video game or some shit on 2K or some shit like that. It was so random, but
huh?
I think that's how he blew up. I think that's what I saw. But Neon, I don't understand like how
Yeah.
he's weird. At least to me, in my opinion, he's just fucking weird shit. But
Hey, you heard
um,
about Bronny though, right?
oh, Bronny, yeah, I know
He's
right now. Yeah,
he's moving to the G League, bro. He's like he's out of there, dude. Like,
nah, he's just not ready. He's just not ready for the like. I get it. He's LeBron's son, and they wanted him to play with his father, but come on, man. It's
yeah, I
like
ain't cutting it, bro. I
he's not cutting
know.
it, man. He's not that level. Like he's not that level at all. It's
I
just
was
like
seeing shit on social media where it's like, oh, he shot more points than Klay Thompson the preseason.
oh my God.
It's like, when are we like posting stats like that ever?
Yeah,
You know
bro,
what I
that's the
mean?
dumbest shit. Like they're just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt at that point. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he
Come
gets a
on.
lot of clout, bro. He really does,
Uh,
just for being a son.
for
Like,
being
yeah.
Braun's son, and I know he's in a tough position. Like he has to fill those shoes. He's just not nowhere near ready to fill them. Not even
But what
close.
about like Scottie Pippen Jr., right? Anybody
yeah,
like that? Nowhere
yeah,
near the amount. Tim Hardaway, right? Like
yeah.
anybody, dude. Like, I don't know,
They never
bro.
they never came close to
Gary
their
Payton.
father.
No, no,
Like
never. But they never got that amount
never.
of clout though from the beginning
Oh
either.
yeah, yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ,
Facts, facts. They never got the
you
level of
know,
clout either. Like
never.
it's crazy. Like it really is. It's fucking crazy. Um, what are your thoughts on Black Ops 6? Um, I'll say
I haven't
this.
played it.
I'll say the multiplayer is by far the best. Like I don't have the game. I played it with my friends. The multiplayer by far the best part. The zombies. I mean, I expected a little more. It's kind of just a repeat of Modern Warfare zombies. The one we got like recently before Black Ops 6. I thought it'd be better. I'm just being honest. The multiplayer is the best part. Some cool features, but Black Ops 6 is cool. It'll always sell. It's cool. That's what I'll say
The
about it.
zombies does look pretty fun. I mean, like I do miss playing like round based,
Yeah, I
simple
think with
maps.
people, it's definitely fun. Yeah, with people, like when you have a
Yeah,
squad, definitely fun.
like I would
Uh,
love to do another like stream with you guys again like
oh, we
that.
need to
And that
do that shit. Yeah, we
and
definitely
new
need to do that
zombies.
shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds lit for sure.
I concede that the Bucks and 76ers being trash is more impressive for Giannis.
Dude, free honest, bro. Free
Facts,
honest,
bro.
G. It's sad
Facts,
too because you got Dame on that team, bro. Like, you got
bruh.
these decent pieces, man. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
no, I don't understand that. Like, what does the Bucks front office expect hiring Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham as coaches? Oh my God, bro.
That's all
Uh,
funny, dude.
it feels like we're in a multiverse crossover with all these collab streamers been doing like Kai Cenat having John Cena on his stream. Honestly, Kai Cenat's a W, dude. He had on
He is
it's a
Kodak.
W. Yeah, yeah. He's had Kodak. He had John Cena. He actually had iCarly on, or the girl that played Carly on,
Oh,
and
cool.
they did an episode of iCarly on his shit.
Dude,
Um,
I saw this episode. He had Coyote Peterson on, dude. It was
bro,
like
that's crazy.
it was
That's
actually really cool. Yeah,
crazy.
he's a W, bro, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's a W. I think Kaisen is pretty lit, man. Honestly, like all the guests he's had on, like he's pretty lit. He's had some legendary ass like streams. When you have Kevin Hart on, that was fire. Like, dude,
Oh
fire.
yeah, that one was fucking fire, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, that was so lit.
Oh, Kodak was looking good though.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Looking a little
facts.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, homie.
facts. Yeah, that one with Kevin, that shit was hilarious. I mean, Kevin
Oh,
Hart.
that shows
Yeah,
brilliant,
bro.
dude. Yeah.
But him having like Carly on or Miranda Cosgrove for my Carly, I was like, dude,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
memories, bro.
crazy. That's so
Yeah, that's
nostalgic.
sick.
And they did like an episode of iCarly together. I was like, bro, that's
Oh, they did?
crazy. Like
That's
they like
hella
you know how
funny.
like they start the show like I'm
Uh-huh.
Carly. Like he was there with her. I was like, that's crazy, bro.
That's
That
hella funny,
was so
dude.
sick.
W.
Yeah,
W.
that's a major W. Kai Cenat is apparently a baller now. Didn't he play in some league or some shit with like I heard he played with like
It was
some
a
league.
celebrity league,
Yeah, celebrity
right? With
league.
Shannon Sharp was like the coach and Stephen
Yeah,
A as well. Yeah.
yeah. That I heard he like talked shit to some kid or something. Like he was playing against a kid and he shit talked him or something. I don't know,
Damn.
but yeah, that's crazy. Have you watched The Penguin? Heard the villain is really good in that show. I heard The Penguin is damn good. I haven't watched it though. I heard it's really damn
Damn.
good though.
I watched like an
Um,
episode or two and I just stopped.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, like shout out to Penguin Zero, the YouTuber. He said it was fucking fire. Like the Penguin was fire. The show was fucking fire. That's what he said. So I need to check that shit out, man. I have
Have you
to.
seen kind of random, but have you seen Fallout yet? The first season?
Oh damn, no, I haven't. I need to watch that too,
You
actually.
should check that out. Yeah, I think it's worth the watch for sure.
Yeah,
If you've ever played
Fallout.
the game, at least
Oh
you
yeah,
know
for
too.
sure. Yeah,
That
yeah,
helps.
Fallout.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I definitely need to check that out. There's a lot of good shit out right now. Like the
Yeah.
Penguin. Like there's a bunch of good shit out right now.
Good games too, man.
The
Like Silent 2
games. Yeah,
remake just came out, looks phenomenal.
looks great.
Wukong, Black Ops, obviously. A
I
lot
gotta
of
play
good shit right
Wukong
now, man.
still. Oh yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
then there's a lot of combat sports events coming. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson Friday. John Jones perhaps his final fight Saturday. Um,
This Saturday?
yeah,
Oh shit.
November
Oh yeah.
16th.
Damn, Cuddy. That's sick, bro.
Him against Stipe Miocic. I think Chandler's on that card. He's fighting Oliveira because he got tired of waiting for Connor.
Oh yeah, Chandler's, right?
Yeah, he's fighting Oliveira.
Yeah.
Rematch. Let's see if he avenges that loss or not. But Charles Oliveira's good, man. He's pretty fucking good. I remember that Dana White still claimed a while ago that playing football is impressive. Playing football is not impressive? That's not true. I mean, I wouldn't agree with him if he said that.
I would love to see Dana White play football, bro.
Yeah, bro. You gotta be literally one of the best athletes in the world to make it to the NFL, dude. You gotta be
Yeah.
elite speed, elite strength, elite everything, like elite instincts, like especially if you're like a skill position, like a receiver or DB, like dude, you gotta be fucking elite, like insanely gifted. Um, let's think about it like this: John Jones, the greatest fighter of all time, right? Says his brothers are better athletes than him, and they both played in the NFL. Chandler Jones, he's a fucking freak of nature. He's bigger than John, stronger than John,
Mhm.
taller than John, and then his other brother Arthur Jones played with Ray Lewis and won a ship with him. So those guys are like that's how if you think John is a good athlete, his brothers are better athletes, and they're in the NFL. So it's that simple. Like you got to be world class to be a professional American football player. Dude. It's very very difficult.
Yeah. Can't just pick it up, bro. Like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
no, like MMA, you got to be athletic. You know, it helps, but you don't need to be world class. Honestly, you got to be skilled, but that takes time and technique. A lot of guys that have been champ aren't the like most athletic, physically, in the UFC. It helps,
Or didn't
but
even train that long growing up, too. Like,
yeah,
look at fucking Mighty Mouse, dude. Like, you know what I mean? I
exactly.
mean, obviously, it's not a liar, but, like, you know, it can happen.
Yeah, exactly. So being a football player is very difficult, man. It's very, very difficult. What's your Mount Rushmore of anime villains?
Mm.
Aizen, probably Madara, Pain, uh, Frieza. Let's
Would
see.
Itachi count as a villain?
If he
What would
counts,
you say?
if we count him as a villain, then yeah, he would definitely be on the Mount Rushmore as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's definitely part one. Obviously a villain.
Dude, Cell and Majin Buu, bro.
Holy shit,
I'm,
dude, those guys are legends.
dude, yeah. Marilyn,
Oh, that's another good one. Yeah, that's another good one. Yeah, Naruto's definitely modern
Blackbeard,
pain. Blackbeard, I
yeah.
heard he's like a legend in One Piece. Yeah, he's
Fucking
a legend.
broken.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
monster too. Yep. For Dragon Ball, yeah, Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, those guys are fucking legends, man.
Oh, Light Yagami? Low key,
Oh my
bro.
God, Light Yagami for
Come on.
sure. Yeah, I have to put him up there. Light Yagami for sure. That's definitive. Um, Modern day would be like Sukuna, maybe like a modern day Mount
Uh-huh.
Rushmore. Um,
Yeah, or even All for One from Hero Academia too.
yeah,
Badass. Yeah. Um yeah, those are all really I like honestly if you were to pick one from DBZ, because they're all dank, right? Like who you
oh,
picking
facts.
though?
Probably the most iconic is probably still Frieza. I'd say probably
Yeah,
Frieza. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
Fuck.
probably Frieza.
I
Um,
like my favorite, like obviously like Frieza's iconic, but like for me it's hard to pick between Cell and Boo, bro. Like
yeah,
honestly,
those guys
man.
are so lit. Yeah, those
So
guys are
hard.
so lit, man. If I had to pick one from Naruto, honestly, man, that's tough. Probably Pain, honestly, if I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, obviously, yeah, of course.
yeah,
Either him or Itachi for like
yeah,
100%.
those guys are like
Yeah,
the most iconic, even more iconic than Madara, if I'm being honest.
facts.
Yeah, and then from Bleach, Aizen. I mean, I think Aizen is like the number one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ultimate Riz, bro. Like, come
Ultimate
on.
Riz, like the
Ulquiorra is an honorable mention, but
oh,
yeah.
for sure, honorable mention. Light Yagami has to be up there. Sukuna, modern day, yeah, I'd say he's up there.
Aaron Yeager, AOT.
Aaron Yeager's a good one. Yeah, Aaron Yeager's a good one for sure. Actually,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could
yeah.
say he's definitely a villain at the end for sure. Just
Right?
based on how he carried himself and the actions he executed at the end of Attack on Titan. Um,
Yeah,
definitely a
that's
villain.
pretty modern too, I'd
Yeah,
say.
pretty
You know,
modern. Definitely pretty modern. Johan Liebert, Obito Uchiha, Aaron Yeager, and Miriam are my four picks.
Maryland's really sick, I have to say. Yeah, Hunter x
Oh
Hunter's
yeah,
dope, bro.
yeah. That's
I
another
don't,
anime I check out.
I don't know Liebert though. I don't know who that is.
I think that's from
Johan?
another. It's another anime. I've heard of him before, but it's from another
Yeah.
anime. I think. I think it's called like I forgot actually. I don't remember what it's called, but is it just
I'm
me or
gonna
are
look
there
it
only
up.
a few verses with high power ceiling? Being continent plus seems really OP. In most anime verses, yeah, yeah, that's high. Like JJK caps off at like city level. If you were
Yep.
maybe large, if you're being generous. Um, what other ones like I hear Hunter x Hunter doesn't scale that high.
Hero Academia is kind of there too, like city
Yeah,
level.
Hero
Yeah, that's
Academia.
pretty accurate. Demon Slayer, of
Yeah,
course.
Demon
Yeah.
Slayer. One Piece I'm not aware of, but I hear like top combatants now are like kind of high.
I
Um,
did, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, easily Continent Plus on some of these guys, bro. Like, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And then obviously Dragon Ball, like that's an outlier. It's like fucking multiversal and Bleach
yeah,
too.
of course.
So,
Yeah.
Naruto Max, I would say, well, excluding Shibai, I would say like Galaxy maybe, or around. That's like max, like Ishiki or Baryon Naruto. If I'm being very generous, like Solar System, maybe Galaxy.
Well,
Um,
well, the thing is, like, with what was the main guy's name again from the Otuskis? That Baryon mode fought?
Ishiki,
Ishiki, yeah. So
yeah,
he was obviously like hella weakened, right? Like I'd
he was
say maybe
fatigued.
20%, like
Yeah.
max power. If he was at max power, dude, his power like scaling would be insane, bro.
Oh yeah, I would
Yeah.
say probably Galaxy, probably honestly, probably like Galaxy level to be honest. He'd be at
No,
least
yeah,
like,
for Ishiki, yeah, absolutely, bro.
yeah, like
Bar none.
full power. Yeah. Johan is from Moster. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, most animes, yeah, they don't scale that high. That's true. Most of them. Most of them
Also,
do.
Full Metal Brotherhood, right? It's another one that's
Oh,
not
Full
like
Metal.
that
Yeah.
crazy city level and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Attack on Titan, I mean, not high at all. I mean,
Nah, bro.
not high at all. Yeah. Like, even the fucking thing that Eren Yeager began at the end of Attack on Titan, the fuck was it called again? The that
That
was
he
the
began.
rumbling, the rumbling. That's what it was called.
Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha,
Um,
gotcha.
that over time destroyed like cities and stuff. That's not even that high, but that was like literally the most powerful thing in the verse was the rumbling. Um, and it took him like it was gonna take a while for him to destroy the earth or like kill like all humans or something. So that's obviously doesn't skill. It's definitely not continental. It was below that.
It's
Um,
very rare. Yeah.
yeah, very very rare. Do you guys plan to watch the Fairy Tale sequel? I don't think I've ever seen Fairy Tale.
I don't think I want to watch it, man. To be honest with you, like I know I'm judging the book by its cover, but yeah, I'm doing it. Like
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
I've
be
never
honest
even
with
seen
you.
Fairy
Like
Tale. I think I'm pretty sure I haven't.
it just don't look
Um,
like it's gonna hit, but I could be wrong. I'll be accepting of that, but I don't know.
yeah. Which of Suski do you think has the best design? Sutsuki? Probably Ishiki, honestly.
I kind of like Jigen. That count. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
Jigen
the
had a cool
vessel.
design.
That was dope.
Yeah,
That was a dope design, like the monk or whatever the fuck he
yeah.
was.
I fucks with
Yeah,
that a lot.
that
Yeah,
shit was fire. And like his V2 form with the horn and shit, that was kind of fire.
yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was kind of fire. Yeah, his eyes, like his Dojutsu aesthetic, was pretty dope. Um, pretty fire when he was Ishiki with like the fucking 8 paths or whatever. Not even 6 paths. It was like 8 paths.
yeah, bro.
Um, haven't read the chapter yet, but apparently Amada put limiters on Kawaki. Yeah, he did. Just like he did on the code, he has limiters on Kawaki too.
That's crazy. Why?
He actually
What was the reason?
now it's not really explained. If I had to theorize why, he wants to perhaps he has an ally we don't know. Like so Kawaki has limiters. He actually has cameras embedded in Kawaki. Like he's actually able to see everything Kawaki's seeing too. We actually see him like looking at some like teleprompter. He's seeing everything Kawaki's seeing. So he also has like cameras in somewhere on his body. So he's like keeping tabs on Kawaki. He has limiters on Kawaki. He obviously doesn't
Wow.
trust Kawaki. Kawaki's very impulsive at times. I'd say the reason he has limiters on him is perhaps to keep some sort of leverage against him. Like he still needs him or something. I don't know. It's very strange. Amato's very, very deceptive and like cunning. I'm sure he has his reasons for that, for doing what he did to Kawaki. Um,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Like, obviously, he's the one who like essentially like brought back Kawaki's powers in a way, right? With like the
yeah,
pseudo seal. So it's like, do you think he maybe like did something to Kawaki then as well? It's like a countermeasure, perhaps. Like, I think that's
yeah. It was
possible.
definitely probably then. He probably put limiters on it when he artificially like recreated the karma. Probably put
Yeah,
cameras on him somewhere, like mini cameras or whatever. And basically wanted leverage against Kawaki, perhaps for his own gain or something. Like maybe he is going to use that as leverage. Like, oh, if you want me to take him off, you have to do this for me or whatever, something
revive
like
my
that.
daughter. Who
Revive my
knows, man?
daughter or something. Like yeah, he's definitely gonna use that against Kawaki. And what's funny is Boruto already knew. Like Boruto, when he was talking to Kawaki, he's like, oh yeah, Amato, he's not on your side. Like it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
But Amato's very intelligent. I'm sure he has his reasons. Um, he's obviously a genius. So,
yeah. I
how,
mean, it's rational, dude. Like, if I want to make someone like essentially a pseudo Tsuski, I'm probably want to do something as like a countermeasure to not like have the whole village blown away or myself included. Like, I think that's a
exactly.
reasonable thing, like
Yeah.
especially for someone of his intellect. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and now it explains why Kawaki is like visibly weaker than Boruto now. Like there's like a big gap between them, and now it makes sense because he has limiters on him. He's not like
gotcha.
completely unleashed. Like like Boruto destroyed Code. But then conversely, Kawaki couldn't even take out a fatigue code. Code escaped and shit. So man, now it makes sense why, or why he got fucking one shotted by Jura in like one kick, and literally got like knocked out. It's because his limiters are on. I mean, to be fair, Boruto got fucked up with one shot too by Jura. Jura used a long distance like beam or some shit. Like it almost looked like a fucking a death beam from Freezer or some shit, and then it like, almost
Oh,
killed
that's sick.
Boruto. Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
But Juro is by far the strongest entity right now, excluding like Shibai if he's out there somewhere. Juro's a fucking monster.
What about
Very, very
Damon?
powerful. Damon, oh shit, $20 from the
Oh,
boy. What's going
damn.
on, Sir Goats?
The
What's going
homie,
on,
bruh.
brother? Long time no see, brother. What's going on, man? What's up, boys? Been getting better on Tekken lately. Tekken's a W,
Oh
man.
boy. Yeah, I grew up playing a shit ton of Tekken, man. It's been
I
a
used
long
to
time
play
though.
that shit
It really
so
has.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I used to play that shit. I actually was pretty good at Tekken at one point.
Same.
Pretty decent.
Who's your mains,
Online.
bro? Top three. Let me know.
My
Let them
my
know. Jay.
mains. What were my mains when I played Tekken? Let me think. Let's see. I'm trying to think. When I was a kid, who did I use mostly? Trying to think. It's actually a good question. I don't
Yeah,
remember. Man.
I used King a lot. I remember. He had like really cool like combos, like somersaults, like almost infinite chains.
Yeah.
What's his name? Yakuza, right? And then also,
Yakuza. I remember him. Yeah.
yeah. And then also Yoshimitsu was like the sword. He was like really sick too, honestly.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember their
Yeah.
fucking names. I remember how they looked like the Jaguar. I was pretty.
King. Yeah.
I think I was pretty decent with him. Kazuya, I'd say.
Kazuya. Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty good. I think that was my best character. I was pretty good with him. The guy with the sword you said, I think I was pretty good with him too.
Yeah, he was fun. He was just really fun to play with, dude. You know,
Yeah,
like just stabbing homies. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's deadly.
get some, bro. Like
Yeah, literally. I used Lily. Oh yeah, I remember that character. Yeah.
I don't remember Lily. No, I don't remember Lily.
Yeah,
that must be a newer one. Cause like I stopped around like 5. I want to say Tekken 5.
I stopped around there. I might have played. I think I remember playing 7, but I didn't have the game. I played it with my friend. That was fun too.
I'm like actually play the game though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's been a long time. Definitely.
Oh yeah, it's been a while for me too. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate the $20, brother. I got put on the screen for sure. Got you, brother, for sure.
Yes, sir. Good seeing you again, homie.
Yes, sir. Let's see, where's it at? Real quick, folks. I put that on the screen. Appreciate that, Sir Goats. Appreciate that. Where we at? I think. Oh yeah, another thing I just thought of that happened recently was Drake basically shit talking DeMar DeRozan during a basketball game because DeMar DeRozan was on the stage when Kendrick was singing "Not Like Us" when he had that huge concert. And Drake didn't forget that shit, bro. He said, "Hey man, fuck you." Like when he was there, he was shit talking DeMar. You know, he was like standing on it. He's like, "Bro, you call me a pedophile? Like what the fuck, bro?
Damn.
I thought we were dogs, bro."
Yeah, that's kind of tough, bro. I'm gonna hold you.
Yeah, that's fire. Like he walked by him, you could see what he's saying to DeMar. He's like, "Hey, fuck you." I was like, "Damn, bro."
Damn,
he was on him. He was on his shit.
He couldn't wait. He
could not wait. Drake doesn't forget. That's one thing about Drake. He does not forget, man. When you do him wrong.
Well, where was this though? In the NBA like stadium or something with the security guard or something.
He was like front row, like right there, and right when DeMar was like literally like probably like 10 feet or less away from him. He walked by him. He said, "Fuck you," like right to his face. I was like, "Bro."
Oh, okay, yeah. I respect, man.
Yeah, I respect it. Like, I mean, who's not gonna get mad over someone singing a song about you being a pedophile? Like, come on, bro.
Dude, did you see how many Grammy nominations
oh my god,
got, dude?
They got like 5, right? Like Song of the Year and like a bunch of shit.
Rap song, music video, all this shit, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's so crazy, dude. So crazy. I mean, the song is it's a bop. I mean, you can't deny that. It's a bop.
It really is. It's like it's low key kind of like an instant classic.
Facts.
You know.
It honestly it is an instant classic, and I'm a Drake fan. It is what it is. Like definitely a fucking. It's a classic. I mean, it's been an instant classic for a while now. I mean,
I even saw one of the coaches. I forgot who it was, but he just wearing a shirt that said like "not like us" or something.
oh
Like,
fuck it! I saw that shit too. I forgot which coach
yeah,
was wearing that shit. Like
he's
literally,
not. Yeah, exactly. It's just it's like
uh,
it's a culture thing now, dude. Like
yeah,
it's crazy,
literally.
man.
But what's funny is Drake went on the broadcast. I forgot what team was playing. It was like DeMar's team versus another team, and he was like, "Hey man, if I were you, I'd take DeMar's banner down. Fuck DeMar or some shit." He didn't say fuck DeMar, but he's like, "I'd bring that shit down. I'd take that shit down." I'm just being honest. And he was like
Damn.
shit talking DeMar on the broadcast. And then DeMar in the press conference, he responded. He's like, "You're gonna have to climb a long way, big fella, if you're gonna take my banner down." I was like, "Damn, bro." I think DeMar was surprised that Drake was still mad at him, but like Drake was mad,
Uh,
dude. He's mad,
I
bro.
think DeMar. I think he's a great player. Honestly, don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, but I just think in recent years, like he's hit a plateau. I don't think he's really gonna get a ring, for example. Be
yeah,
honest, like he doesn't have
probably
that much like
not.
polarity in the public eye. So it's
Yeah,
like going against Drake, that is a tough climb in itself, brother. You talking about a
it
tough climb, brother.
is.
You
It
got
is.
the mission ahead of you, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
So like,
Like Drake does
yeah.
not forget every enemy. He unfollowed everybody. He doesn't fuck with anyone that was on that stage. Even LeBron, and they were boys at one point. Like he unfollowed LeBron. Like, I mean, in a way, I get it. Like the song calls him a pedophile. Like who would be happy about that? I mean, I don't think
Hmm.
anybody would be happy if you're singing a song about him being a pedophile when you're supposed to
Yeah,
be his
not usually.
boy. Yeah, like
Yeah.
can't blame the man. I mean, dude, come on. $2 from Kedrick. Appreciate that, brother. Hashirama versus the Ten Tails. We saw Hashirama like restrain it with like the deity gates. Um, the problem with the Ten Tails is that it's so massive in both size and chakra that it would be a task for Hashirama to sedate it probably. To like completely sedate it and defeat it, perhaps. I could see him winning. It's just the Ten Tails is so large and chakra wise and size wise. It would be a tall
Yeah.
task. It'd be a tall
You'd have
task
to
for.
you'd have to like summon like I don't know, as many clones as you could, wood clones, and then siphon as much like tail beast chakra as you can with those clones. Kind of like
Yeah.
rinse and repeat. And then once he's like weakened enough. Like the thing is like it's so situational because like one fucking Bijou bomb, bro, you're dead. You're
Oh
dead. I don't
God.
care.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're Hashirama. Like you're dead, bro.
Yeah.
Like
He's
you know what I
gone.
mean?
Yeah. He's gone. If that
So,
happens, it's
and
over.
and it's such a large amount of surface area being like destroyed upon at once. I don't see him being quick enough to even evade that, dude.
Yeah,
So
man. Like
it's
the
just yeah,
the margin for error would be so small. He'd have to fucking restrain him immediately and like somehow not allow him to shout Bijou bombs. It'd be terrible. It would have been terrible, honestly.
yeah.
It'd
Good,
be a
good
tall
luck with that.
task. Good luck with that.
You
Yeah,
know.
exactly. It also has some funny ass punchlines. Not like us? Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely does. Have you heard about Lil Durk's arrest? Didn't they give him life in
Oh
prison?
yeah,
Uh,
bro, that's just crazy,
Lil
dude.
Durk, dude? I didn't expect
I
that.
know. He doesn't look like
Uh,
he's that hard, bro. To be
no, he
honest,
doesn't. What the fuck? He's like on some YM Mellies type shit. Like
for
what the
real.
fuck, bro? That's crazy. I did not expect that. Kind of came out of left field, but shit, man. I mean, it is what it is. That's
Well,
crazy,
it's
though.
sad that like your dogs. It's like day one type shit, like kindergarten, bro. You
Facts.
like that, bro? That's
Good
crazy
luck.
to me, man.
That's cold, man, and not in a good way. Like that's crazy, dude. Um, I'm mainly a Soul Calibur guy, but my brother been getting me into Tekken. Oh, gotcha, for sure.
I've
Um,
heard of Soul Calibur, never played it though.
yeah, I've heard of it too. Yeah, I've never played it though. But yeah, speaking of arrests, yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, I believe Tori may get out. I think there's like an appeal brought against his conviction, due to like inconsistent storytelling, inconsistent witnesses, stuff like that. Hopefully he is released. I think the majority of people believe he's innocent, just based off the inconsistent, testimony of Megan Thee Stallion and the other bitch that was there that when the gun went off or whatever. The doctor saying that Megan's injury wasn't even from a gun; it was from glass or something. I
Oh,
hope he's free, man. He's talented. He makes great music. It's a damn shame, man. He shouldn't be incarcerated, in my opinion, honestly.
Dude, Young Thug just got let out, bro. Like, you
All
know what I
facts,
mean?
Young Thug,
Tory
bro.
Lanez has
Like
been in there like hella long, bro. Like, get him out
facts,
already.
bro. Get him out. Let him make some bops again, bro. That's what we need. Let him get back to making music, bro. That's what he's good at. I wish that Pac and Biggie would have been able to listen to Meet the Grams. Oh shit, dude. If they were alive during this beef, they'd be like, they
Dude.
definitely have some stuff to say about it for sure. Both of them. They'll definitely have some stuff to say. I feel
No,
like
100%, man.
Pac will probably be on Kendrick's side. You know, he's West Coast, and
Oh, of
that's
course.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Biggie's a lifestyle type of guy. You know, he's big on lifestyle. He's big on the game, and he might be on Drizzy's side. I don't know. It'd be cool though to see like what sides they pick and stuff.
I want to see
Um,
how they would react to the whole Diddy situation,
oh
bro.
my God, dude.
Now, that would be crazy, man.
They would definitely have some stuff to say.
Oh,
Definitely have some
are you
stuff to
kidding
say.
me? Absolutely, bro.
Literally, dude. Holy shit.
They
That's what
probably
you
would have
get.
called his ass out if they were alive still today, bro. Like,
Oh,
bro, his ass
facts.
would have taken down like 15 years,
Yeah.
probably.
Those
It's
guys,
like, yeah.
they'll speak their mind, both of them. So I mean, they definitely would have brought his ass down if they could.
Yeah.
That's what you get for being Vons, bro. Damn, dude. If Killer Bee can stop a Ten Tails Bijou bomb for a long period of time, Hashirama with the Buddha statue swatting that shit away. If Killer Bee can stop a Ten Tails Bijou bomb for a long period of time.
That's valid. Also, it was like it wasn't like a full power tentails though, as well. If I'm not mistaken, it was like a portion of like the tentacle and like some
I
of
think
Kurama's
so.
chakra.
Yeah, I think that's
Um,
true. It wasn't like fully fleshed out Bijou bomb from like full power Ten Tails. Yeah.
and like yeah, and Kurama and Yuki, like having them and their totality adds a lot of like gravity towards how strong the tentails would be as a
Exactly.
result.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
are like the most powerful tailed beasts. So yeah. Apparently Dirk tried to fool the cost by booking different flights, but it didn't work because they were waiting for him at the gates. God damn, dude. Yeah, I think he was trying to leave the country or some shit. Yeah, I think he was trying to do that. Did you still try to kill Pac if anything? Probably facts, bro.
probably the other way around too, bro. You
Pac, if
know, it's
Pac
a
found
two-way
out, he's
street.
like, bro, I'm gonna take you out first. Fuck it.
Yeah, dog.
Uh, he's gonna make another diss track, but for Diddy this time, bro. So what would have happened?
Be like
Who
Many
shot
Men
you, man?
Part Two. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
who
with
shot
Fiddy
you,
on the
bro?
beat. Yeah,
Literally. Uh, but yeah, that Dirk shit surprised me. I didn't know that he was like that, bro. That's crazy.
yeah. I guess
He's
they have
had
him on. They have him on like recording saying like, "Oh, I don't want to kill you guys if you say anything as well." And it's like,
what the
dude,
fuck?
you're being recorded the whole time, bro. It's just
The
it's
fuck?
sad, man.
That's
Like, yeah,
crazy. I just known
yeah,
him
I
for
know.
being like on Drake's songs and stuff, and now he's in fucking prison. That's fucking crazy, bro.
I know, bro. And like he be making like really chill R&B music
Yeah,
sometimes,
facts.
dude. With
Yeah,
like
like chill
Corday and shit.
music.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
chill
I'm
ass
like,
music.
bro, what the fuck? That's surprising. Aren't most Chicago drill rappers about that life? I guess. Guess so. That's crazy.
I don't know. I want to know, man. I want to know.
May May versus Kakazu. Um,
Ooh.
I mean May's
Okay.
ass. She's an ass Kage,
Yeah.
but I mean, Kakazu. I
My
mean,
bias wants to say May, but when I'm
yeah,
actually thinking about it, it's actually like kind of decisive, you know?
yeah, like, man,
It's
like
just May has
May.
no feats, bro. Like, what are we supposed
Yeah,
to go off of?
she has nothing. I mean, maybe Kakazu. I mean, damn, dude, I don't know. It's fucking. She just has nothing.
Like,
She's so ass.
I'm underneath the presupposition that like May would be faster than like early Shippuden, like Sharingan Kakashi.
Yeah,
Maybe, right? Being at least a Mizukage, like is that like crazy to state? I don't think so. Like,
yeah,
and
I
she has like
agree.
some pretty broken abilities, man. Like the acid, who gives a fuck about 5 hearts, bro? You get hit with that, I mean, bye bye.
That's reps.
You know?
Yeah, that's reps. I'll give her enough respect to say, yeah, she's probably above early Shippuden Kakashi.
Right.
She's still a Kage. She has her ability to use acid and lava and all that. I'd probably say May still. She still is a
Yeah.
Kage at the end of the day. Um, And Kakuzu, he's ass. So
Yeah, there is that. Yeah,
that's that
exactly.
simple, man. To add salt on the wound, someone close to him was wiretapped. That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, it's homie, bro. Like,
That's
it's day one.
it's day one, end of
Yeah.
the day. Fuck it. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, folks, any questions at all, feel free. It can be about anything for sure. Any questions at all, man. But yeah, maybe if we all get Black Ops 6, folks, maybe we could do like, another zombie stream or something. I know we haven't done that in a while. Two
Yeah,
bucks
no,
from
for
Kedrick.
sure.
Appreciate that, brother. Kimimaro versus Hedon. Honestly, I believe full potential Kimimaro probably would beat Hedon. The Kimimaro that we saw, like, in part one, probably wouldn't, just because of his illness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say full potential definitely would be Hedon, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say like Kimimaro is like he's not that far off in the power scaling. He's like kind of like Jonin, height Jonin, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And
Hi, Johnny.
uh, even Hedon, I mean, they're all above that to be honest.
Yeah,
So
that's the problem. They do have the prerequisite of having to be able to defeat Bijou's, Jinchurikis. So,
yeah,
yeah, but Hedon will probably beat the Kiyomaro we do know. So, the one that we did see.
and he
Absolutely.
can just like negate his durability altogether with his fucking ritual.
Yeah,
Like
literally. Like, there is no need to go all the way through the bone. If he gets one drop of blood, it's over. I mean, it's that simple. So,
yeah,
have the Boruto Kage excluding Naruto surpassed, I should say, Madara? Yeah.
Ex- excluding Naruto,
I mean, they
surpass Madara. Yeah,
in the manga, I believe it's not if it's the manga or anime, they have feats against Otsutsuki when they're fighting like Kinshiki and fucking Momo. Like they're not like fucking relative to the Otsutsuki, but they have feats against them. That honestly, that just puts them above a way higher league than Madara ever reached.
at
Um,
least like Final Valley
yeah, at
Madara.
least Final Valley Madara, I should say. Yeah, so yeah, they're definitely above Final Valley Madara. If you want to say Jubidara, then maybe it's a different discussion, but
Yeah, of course.
yeah, but yeah, Final Valley, yeah, they surpassed him. Yeah. You think Adult Soccer beats Nerfed Naruto? I honestly think this is the closest in Power Team 7 has ever been. Nerfed Naruto? Now I know the whole Shin shit is the reason why this is brought up.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say maybe, perhaps. It'd be very hard for her to kill him though. Even Jigen would have a hard. Even Jigen admitted it'd take forever to kill Naruto, and that's Jigen. That's why he didn't try to kill him right away. He's like, I'll kill Sasuke first, and then I'll kill you because it'll take me fucking forever. And that's Jigen saying that. So beating Naruto, it'd be very difficult for her to kill him. Very difficult. Honestly, I might still lean towards Naruto, even nerfed. With if he still has the Nine Tails, I mean, um, because he's very hard to kill when he has the Nine Tails, even for Natsuki. So,
Yeah, I think he's implying like without Kurama, like the one
oh,
that's in like that
without,
dimension. It's
yeah,
like
that might change
trapped.
things. Yeah, that might
Yeah,
change things. Man, without, I mean, based off like statements when he did have the Nine Tails, she might beat him. I don't know. She might beat Naruto now.
that's the thing.
Uh,
It's really just
so
statements and then the whole Shin engagement. That's all we have to go off
yeah,
of.
that's all we
You
have.
know?
It's weird because when he did have the Nine Tails, it was like stated, oh, she's like close to their power and stuff, and that's when they were in their prime.
Yeah.
So she might actually win if you use that logic. Now, it's a weird matchup though. It's a weird matchup. One,
The
she has
whole.
no feats besides
Yeah, dude.
besides Shin. She has nothing. Um, that's the problem. Like there isn't any data to like extrapolate from to kind of gauge her scaling. That's the problem. Um, yeah, I'd say logically, I'd say she might win now, maybe
I think
because
it's yeah. I'm kind of on that side as
yeah,
well. She always has enough like AP to do it, and if the statements are of value, then she'd have
yeah,
the prerequisite speed as well to do so. Obviously,
yeah,
without Kurama, there's no like real regeneration or like
no,
healing
yeah,
ability.
healing ability.
Um, And his
Just
arsenal is kind of limited. Like, he
a
needs that
lot
extra
more.
speed and and
Yeah.
AP and all that shit.
His
So,
physical
and then also,
prowess, all
yeah,
of it.
soccer just goes forever too, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Especially with
Yeah.
like the a trigram seal too. So, or I mean, not trigram, but the seal on her forehead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely it's weird because like she stated to be like on their level when they're in their prime or like near their level. That's just the weird part about it. And now they're
Yeah.
not in their prime, so what else can be said really? To be honest. Um, let's see. All these matchups still better than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Base Kaba. I don't know who started that discussion. Fucking Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Base Kaba. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't get it
Um,
either, bro. Kava looks
yeah.
like a fucking scrub, man. I ain't gonna hold
It
you.
did. I was like, bro, what are we
It,
talking about here, man?
yeah.
I think most of her statements, feats are in the light novels. I believe so. Sasuke would have beat Jubidara by himself if he had both seals. Naruto could have just chilled in the back watching Sasuke cook Fraudera. You mean like during the like War Arc Sasuke could have beaten Jubidara if he had both seals? Do you mean Kaguya? Or
I think he's talking about Madara because they also were fighting for a while.
yeah,
Um,
if he had both
now,
seals.
now, do the seals actually give you power? I don't think so, right? Like that was all Hagoromo that like gave him
Yeah,
the six mass powers, and then as
yeah,
well the seals. So
right,
I don't think
yeah.
the seals inherently give the user more power. I don't think it works like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think it works like that either. I don't believe so. What do you think about people doing Gojo crossfits? Infinity makes it weird. It does make it weird. But we do know there are flaws to that ability. Like if you can infiltrate the space that Infinity is encompassing, like Mahoraga did, or Sukuna did when he was battling Gojo, you can beat him. Like theoretically, Kamui could possibly be used inside the space Infinity is encompassing, instant transmission with Goku. Perhaps theoretically, he can instantly transmit into the space that is encompassing
Outside.
Gojo. Yeah,
Mm.
so it's possible he can be defeated. You would need a hacks ability or like a reality warping ability. There is ways to beat Gojo. I mean, we saw him beaten by Mahoraga and Sukuna. So where they
Well, that
actually
ends the Goku and Gojo debate then. You
Yeah,
know what I
like
mean? Like,
at the
yeah,
worst,
bro.
what Goku would have to do, let's say he can't get in, he would just keep going at Gojo until he runs out of cursed energy. Like physically, he is like
Ah, yeah.
far superior to Gojo in every way. He just keeps going at him until he exhausts himself, and then boom, he just fucking kills him. So I mean, yeah, he would lose to Goku. People with hacks as well, perhaps. With very specific, like Obito with Kami, perhaps. Theoretically, he's not invincible, obviously. You know,
Yeah.
you could try and treat cross-dress abilities like domains, maybe. Yeah, that all depends on like presuppositions of your discussion at that point.
Exactly. It's
Um,
situational
yeah,
for sure.
situational. Crazy how Code went from being one of the greatest threats to not even top five in the verse. Well, he's still powerful, but yeah, he's not above Juro, he's not above Boruto, he's not above Damon or Ida or the other Shinju because they all treated him like shit too. So yeah, he's not top five. He's not top five right now. There's more than five characters stronger than Code right now. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, it's sad too
Um,
because he had like a really cool build up with like Ishiki like having that moment with him after he passed away and stuff, and
yeah,
like how the limiters were taken off. Like he had like a good amount of build up, and then it's just getting power clips, bro. It's like of all these fucking broken people, dude. So it's
yeah. It's
kind of a weird
like
turn
he
of
seemed
events.
like unbeatable, and then Boruto trained with Sasuke for a year, like for a while, and then came back and fucking destroyed Code. Like it's fucking crazy. Like easily, it wasn't even a fight. He fucking destroyed him. I was like, God damn, dude.
In a
And then
year,
this,
bro. That's crazy.
yeah, and then the Shinju treat him like shit too. Like he's the reason they're there. Juro like acknowledges this, and then his chapter's like, oh yeah, the only reason we're not gonna kill you, you brought us here. I'll show you that level of respect. But they treat him like shit though. Like they beat the like one of the new one, he's a clone of Gaara's son, Shinki. He literally
Oh,
fucking
okay.
he shits on Code, like grabs him like a child. Like there's nothing Code could do. Code's like, let go of me. He's like, the fuck? Like he's that inferior to this all of the Shinju. I'm like, god damn, bro. Nothing. He's nothing to these people. Like it's crazy. But yeah, he has been an L for a long time, dude. Very long time.
Yeah, that's sad. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
man.
watching. I was catching up with One Piece lately, and like, I know you've heard of Buggy, obviously,
Yeah, Buggy the
like that
Clown.
clown
Yeah.
guy.
Uh,
Yeah, like he has a lot of cool lore and story, and like just recently, he's just getting like fucking like humiliated by all these other like warlocks now. Like
oh
he's
fuck.
like, it's actually pretty fucking funny, dude. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
It is what
yeah,
it is, man. They
Buggy.
have all this lore and stuff, and then it's just
Yeah,
nothing,
Buggy the
you
Clown's
know.
been around since like the beginning. Yeah, I remember like he was one of like the first villains Luffy faced, with his devil
Yeah,
fruit. I'm like,
exactly.
damn, bro,
He was
that's
also
crazy.
one of the crewmates of the Gold D Roger, like the guy who like
Yeah.
started the whole. Yeah, so I don't know. He's
Oh
pretty cool, but
shit.
he's just a fucking joke now, like literally. You know.
Damn, that's crazy. I feel like he's kind of
Yeah,
becoming a joke now too. Like he came back again, like when he wanted revenge on Luffy and he like got his ass beat again. I was like, damn, bro, it's fucking
bruh.
like I feel bad for the guy, honestly.
Yeah, that's
No
what
one
it is,
takes him
man.
serious. Like no one takes him serious now, that's for sure. What makes it sad is that Ko could have won all of his outcomes according to Koji. Oh yeah, with Koji's like future seeing ability. Yeah. Uh
Sick.
yeah. Oh yeah, Koji has like this weird shit. I forgot what it was called, like 10 shadows jutsu or some shit. Like that's his I guess that's his shinjutsu apparently. Like he could
Huh.
see different outcomes into the future. So he's like trying to tell Boruto how to avoid the worst outcomes or some shit. So that's apparently
Interesting.
his Shinjutsu. Like Ida's is like, brainwashing people, Damon's is reflecting intention, and I guess Koji's is like seeing alternate timelines or some shit, like possible alternate timelines it's pretty cool though, but
So it makes me wonder, like when he was like battling Ishiki, like he probably saw himself like or saw what he needed to do rather to escape in the first place, you know. And then
yeah.
Amado obviously thought he was dead, but like, did Amado know about this ability?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think he was
I don't think so
surprised.
either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
because he
think in
thought
the
he was
newest
dead.
chapter, he was like surprised that Koji's still alive. He's like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the? It's crazy. Oda is gonna cook so hard with the new manga arc. I'm so hyped. Damn, bro, that's crazy. Yeah, what is it,
I
W?
know they're not doing an anime again for another 6 months, bro, or something like that. I'm kind of sad, dude. To be
Dang.
honest. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
like,
Eventually, I
yeah,
gotta like. Hopefully, I catch up someday, man. So many fucking episodes. Goddamn.
yeah, definitely, bro. The arcs are long as fuck, bro. Like
Holy
the
shit,
Wano
man.
arc, holy shit, it was like 200 something episodes, bro. It was like,
Holy
what the
shit.
fuck?
That's like a
Yeah, it's
quarter of
crazy.
Naruto. That's insane. That's like one arc. But yeah, folks, any questions at all, feel free. Any questions? We'll go for another 10 minutes or so, folks. We'll say. Unless we'll do like what we always do, a minute, dollar per minute after that. So if you guys want us to continue a little longer. Isn't One Piece in its final arc? Oh, is it? Oh,
I
no.
don't believe so. I have not heard that at all. No,
Yeah.
there's actually a lot more to like that needs to be done, dude. They can't like have all this anticipation and then just fucking
Damn.
like, like they need to. Yeah, it's crazy, honestly.
Have you read Berserk? I actually like started it. I just haven't continued it with Guts. I heard it's like one of the darkest like fucking manga ever or something. Like a bunch of crazy shit happens in it. I do want to continue it when I get the chance though. Berserk.
Yeah, I heard
Continue
nothing
it.
but good things about it. Like
Yeah, I heard it's
literally.
damn good. It's like dark and shit, and Guts is like he has a horrible fucking life, and like it's like a great story though. Like, damn, I need to continue it when I get the chance though.
He's like, man, that fucking sounds sick to me.
Literally, yeah, dead ass.
You know,
Toei's adaptation rate nowadays has been less than a chapter per episode, but that's what happens with a long non-seasonal anime. All right,
Toei. Who's Toei again?
Toei's adaptation rate.
I forgot what author that is. Let me
I think that's
see.
like the company that like does animes or
Uh,
something. Toei
oh, I
or
see. Okay, gotcha.
yeah. One Piece gonna go easily for another decade. God damn.
Literally, bro.
Yeah.
Easy,
Probably
easy,
like
bro.
2,000 plus, like fucking chapters and episodes. God damn.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
And honestly, I don't think the pacing is all that bad, to be honest, man. Like, you may hear like, what, 200 episodes for a fucking arc? It's like a lot of shit actually happened in that fucking arc. All this like world building, story building, like characters, and like now that you know about them, like you see them feature on in the story and like why they're there, what their impact is, etc.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know. I've never had a problem with its pacing, to be honest. Like obviously in the beginning, like they don't have any much, like they really don't have any powers. Like Luffy's literally just punching people, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
literally. Yeah.
Like, yeah, and the one carrying is Zoro, dude. It's like, you know what I mean? But
The dog.
eventually they all get a lot of sick. Even like, do you know who Chopper is by chance? The Doctor?
I think I'm just getting to the part where they recruit him, Chopper the doctor. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's like, dude, even he gets cool shit, bro. The only one they like kind of do dirty though, bro. Is Usopp, bro. He just kind of remains like,
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah.
like a he's like a TN. He's just
Yeah.
kind of there, bro.
I kind of
Like,
expect
yeah,
that from him too at this point. I barely like he's just one of those like kind of just there.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
like moral support basically.
yeah. For
Uh
comedy relief.
yeah, literally. $2 from Kevin, appreciate that, brother. How do you guys want Boruto DB Super to end? Boruto, I'll say this, I want a different ending than Naruto. Like I don't want like everyone to fucking die or anything, but I want something new. Perhaps maybe Boruto does kill Kawaki or something along those lines, like it's a different type of ending, you know, something different, not just a repeat of Naruto. Like, oh, Boruto fought Kawaki and he beat him and other friends. Like, I don't know, I just want something different. In my opinion, something different, something new. With Dragon Ball Super, I mean, I don't even know how I'd want that to end. It's a good
Yeah.
question. It's with the multiverse and the Xeno brothers.
Like the TOP, bro, was an ending in itself. About it,
Yeah,
bro. He saved like how many universes?
yeah,
Like
literally. Yeah, it's
like that. Yeah. So I don't
how
know where they're gonna
else?
go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what else they can do. Like, it'd have to be something crazy, like Frieza gains the power of the Xenos or some shit. I don't even know, man. It'd have to be some crazy shit where the multiverse is saved again, or I don't even know. Honestly, don't know where it's gonna go, to be honest.
Well, I think a cool ending for Goku at least is to follow a similar like trajectory to Wukong, like achieving Nirvana, becoming like a god, like
That would be
something like
sick.
that.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty like sick. Obviously, it's a nice like
yeah,
homage.
yeah.
With Boruto rather. Yeah, I agree. I want something different. And I'm interested to see how that not the flashback, but the front back that we saw, or however you phrase it per se.
Right, yeah.
How that's going to lead the story because that looks pretty traumatic. Like everything was destroyed.
It was
It's just
gone.
those two fighting.
Yeah,
I want like I don't want to see the cost again, like character or something, bro, and have them like play some kind of a role with like some
yeah,
like ancient knowledge or something. You know what I mean? I don't
yeah.
know
Something
because
crazy.
they need something to happen to defeat these omnipotent fucking broken
Well,
ass aliens,
those
bro.
those things are fucking cracked. I don't even know how the fuck they're gonna beat those things. Like,
Yeah.
Chura, like Boruto basically took Walk in the newest chapter. Like, hey man, I can't fuck with him. I need your help. Like, we need to work together. I cannot beat that dude by myself. Like, I need your help, man.
Fuck
That's
no.
basically like he basically admitted it. Like, I can't beat him. He's too fucking powerful. Like, he's like Ishiki was to my father. Like, I need your help, man. We gotta work together. Like, dead
Yeah, bro.
ass. And he's like, all right. So yeah, it's crazy to see how they're gonna beat this guy. Oda had to laser his eyes even a year ago. His eyes, like from all the, you mean like from making so much manga? Probably. I wouldn't be
Huh.
surprised, bro. What would make a hit manga in today's climate, like JJK, for example? Honestly, what it seems like is a great power scaling system. That makes a great manga. Um, Great power scaling system.
And a
Uh,
good story. Like
Really, yeah,
just
great story. Very appealing characters, like Gojo, for example. Like a very appealing character. Someone that really like jumps off the page and you read it. So again, like Gojo, Sukuna, something like that. Some kind of story that's
Yeah.
fresh and like new and appealing. It's something like that would have to come around again. JJK just had all that, great characters, great power scaling system, great fights, great everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen a trend lately, dude, where it's like there's a lot of cool anime nowadays with like the animation obviously carrying a lot of them.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
sure.
and they are unique. Like Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, JJK, all great examples. Hero Academia. But I
Yeah.
think the real fault stems from like lack of consistency. Like they have this
Yeah.
great concept and they don't know how to execute that even within 50 episodes, bro. Like look at again, I can't help but just like applaud like Naruto and DBZ, like having 700 plus episodes all just be brilliant. Like that's
Fire.
why these guys are legends, bro.
Yeah,
Like it's not
exactly.
easy to replicate at all. So it's something that we as a fan base cannot expect, but rather just appreciate when it does come. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It's
Yeah, so it
yeah,
is what it is.
exactly. To be like historically great, you have to have that level of consistency, like years on end. And again, it's not easy to achieve. Like Dragon Ball did it, Naruto did it, One Piece is still doing it. But it's not easy to achieve that level of success and that consistent for that duration. Not easy at all. We see animes come and go. We see animes that do well, but they don't have that level of historically great consistency. It's not easy. That's something. It'll come along probably when we least expect it. That's typically the way it goes. So
Yeah.
it's not something you can really predict. But yeah. Uh, but yeah, Berserk is something I definitely have been wanting to read. Definitely check it out. I definitely want to check that one out.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere, bro.
Yeah, definitely not. One Piece is probably my main right now for sure. Obviously, Boruto is ongoing. My Hero
Bleach right now.
Academia. Oh yeah, Bleach for sure. Dragon Ball Daima, just because I'm a gigantic Dragon Ball fan, I'm still watching it.
Yeah.
Trying to see where it goes.
You should
Uh,
start watching Hero though, bro. I'm telling
yeah,
you,
I
man.
need to watch that.
Or
I
Demon
definitely need to
Slayer.
watch
One of
that.
those two.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, oh yeah, Demon Slayer is another one on my bucket list. But yeah, My Heroes, I mean, I need to watch that one for sure. Almost everyone that I
Yeah.
know says it's good, so I need to get in on that for sure. Right now, Dan 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 is the shit. I haven't heard of that one before. Dan Dan Dan.
I've heard Link Click is really good too. I think I heard that one's been really like boosting up. Soul Leveling is another great one too.
Oh, Soul
So I want to
Leveling.
watch
Yeah, yeah,
Soul
yeah, that
Leveling.
one. That one I've heard a
Yeah.
lot about. Soul Leveling I heard is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some good ones out there, bro. We just, we haven't really had the time, but it will come.
Facts.
It will
Yeah,
come.
facts, facts. Soul Leveling I've definitely heard of. Apparently it's really good. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Soul Leveling. Definitely gotta check that one out. Apparently there's manga. I mean, anime like now of Soul Leveling. I think. I think.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's already seasons out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I
Um,
think so.
so yeah, it's not that long either, so it won't take much time at all to catch up, to be
Yeah.
honest, you know?
Yeah, I think that one's shorter. I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere. Like a shorter one. But yeah, folks. Any final questions here before we depart again? After. Oh, $5 from Kendrick. Appreciate that, brother.
The homie.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. How strong is a full power Kimimaro, and how strong would he be in the start of Shippuden if he was healthy? Full power Kimimaro. So let's say he was never ill. He didn't have that. Um, let's say without a Orochimaru intervention, like he doesn't take his body, he'd be very powerful. Definitely high Jonin. Um, definitely high Jonin. Perhaps even low Kage. That'd be a little harder to you know, substantiate, but at the very minimum, definitely high Jonin. Um, I think full power Kimimaru would give someone like perhaps part one Kakashi, a tough time, or maybe early Shippuden Kakashi is a little bit more debatable. To give people like that at least some competitive interactions. Um, Now, how strong would he be in the start of Shippuden if he was healthy? I think more than likely, Orochimaru would have taken his body, um, and he'd be extremely powerful because then you'd continue to modify on top of that. Um, he'd be very, very powerful beyond signing. Beyond signing, very, very powerful. Like mid-tier Akatsuki, or beyond. Very, very powerful. With Orochimaru taking his body and like having his power on top of Kimimara's and probably modifying it even further. It be very, 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 very powerful. Sasuke would have a harder time. Sasuke probably wouldn't have even been able to kill him or like take him down if he was in Kimimara's body. He probably would have failed. So
100%.
yeah,
Did
it's not.
Orochimaru, wasn't he underneath the idea that Kimimaro would have made a better vessel than Sasuke if he wasn't so decrepit
I
and
think
like
that's
sick
what
and
he
shit?
said. Yeah, I think that's what he said during
I
that
mean,
time.
that alone says a lot. Obviously, I don't think he
Yeah.
has the same potential as like a reincarnate in
Oh yeah.
Sasuke, but I think obviously he has a lot of potential, or he had potential to have been had rather, but obviously what we saw that happened with sickness and stuff, and Orochimaru wanted him so bad for a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think like mid-tier Akatsuki is fair assertion, kind of similar to like Orochimaru was in the
Yeah.
Akatsuki tier as well. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Boruto characters need to start showing more destructive capabilities, like blowing up a planet? No. And I know from a power scaling perspective, we'd like to see that, to have more confirmation of where they stand power scaling wise, but narratively, there's no reason for that.
Hmm.
The main realm we're used to is Earth. They fight on Earth or in another dimension. For example, like when Jigen fought Naruto and Sasuke. But there's no reason for them to be destroying planets and stars and all that. I mean, at least logically, aside from aesthetics, aesthetically pleasing battles, there's really no reason for that. That's not uh, commonality in Naruto.
Not
Um,
exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like you just don't see
yeah.
that in Naruto at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it would be like out of the ordinary actually to see that,
Hmm.
if anything. I used to watch non-shonen back in the day. So much good stuff out there for ages. I'm sure there's stuff out there, that's non-shonen as well.
No, 100%, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so many animes out there, so many mangas as well. But yeah, I appreciate that, Kendrick. We'll go 5 minutes more because of that, brother. Appreciate the $5, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But yeah, folks, next week we'll see if we all have Black Ops 6. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that for you guys while we talk to you folks.
Yeah, we
Shout
do
out to
that.
RDC. I guess the first time they played, because I was watching their stream, the first time they played Black Ops 6, they made it far as fuck. They made it to like level 40 or something. Um, so I think it's,
Honestly, the map designs look pretty like they don't look that hard to like get down that. I feel like we can do
yeah,
easily.
yeah, for
Honestly, like
sure.
yeah.
I think we could definitely do it. They were in some map. I forgot what map they were on, but yeah, it seemed like it was a very accessible map as far as like areas to run and stuff. So I think yeah, we could make it pretty far.
Yeah, I
Um,
can't wait. It's a long time since like a
yeah.
good zombie game like that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think we can make it pretty far. I'm definitely gonna try to rehash on my zombie skills like again. So when we play, it's we're at our peak conditions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll see, folks. We'll probably do that next week more than likely. So expect that. Give you guys some different. Um, but yeah. But yeah, folks, any questions, feel free. Feel free. Um, yeah, it can be about anime, anything really. We'd like to, spill
Yeah,
your
I've
minds
been
about.
personally getting into a lot of like biology lately, just like a lot of podcasts and random stuff like that. I
Yeah,
think it's actually quite fascinating too. So yeah, you guys ask about anything.
yeah,
Sure to
for
chill and
sure.
talk to you
Actually,
guys.
yeah. Speaking of that, I've been watching a lot of sort of like scientific themed things as well lately, just randomly
Nice.
too. To be
Yeah,
honest, uh,
absolutely, bro.
kind of exploring stuff like how strong do you think Haku would be? Haku was stated to be Jonin level already, I think, in part one.
He was already stronger than Kakashi, who was a
Yeah, he
niche
was he was
Jonin.
like stated to be stronger than Kakashi already. If he was able to grow into like a full blown shinobi, like a grown man, I mean he'd be high tier, bare minimum. Perhaps maybe even Kage level. I mean he was very he was a prodigy in his own right. Um, very powerful. I think he'd be one of the top Jonins at least, with the title Jonin in the world at in Shippuden, in the Shippuden era, if he was able to grow up and really
Yeah.
hone his skills. He was that prodigal, kind of like Kimimaro. He's a prodigal figure. He'd be one of the most like threatening Jonin in the world, up there with like Kakashi and Guy and like guys like that. Um, very
Yeah,
very
him and
powerful.
Zabuza. Yeah, like they could have been like that would have been a dope Akatsuki duo, to be honest, man.
Oh, for
Thinking
sure.
about it,
Yeah.
you know, like
Dope.
a lot better than Hedon and Haku.
Oh, hell
Like
yeah.
personally, like their
Yeah.
abilities are cool. I get it, but like Haku and Zabuza, come on, bro. Like,
So
yeah,
dope. They have more Riz. Like, yeah, they're definitely been better duo.
it,
Honestly, Haku full power, like grown man prime, probably would have beaten like Kakuzu or Hidan
no,
1-on-1.
yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Yeah,
Like he would have
it's just
chopped him down. Uh,
facts. Yeah, and
yeah,
he would have honed his skills and stuff. It's
yeah.
crazy how like early in the story those two were, and they're so fucking memorable to the whole like fan
Super
base, bro.
memorable. Yeah,
You know
literally.
what I mean?
That's how well
Yeah,
done they were. How well done they were as characters. Like, yeah, Haku, grown man, like full power. He with his ice mirrors, yeah, he probably would have chopped down Hidan or like Kakuzu, guys like that. He'd be above them. Haku would be the Mizukage if he stayed alive. Mei gets bodied. Haku would probably be Mei. Full like a grown man, Haku, full power. Probably, yeah,
I could
probably
see
be
that.
Mei. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ice mirrors and like the speed.
or
Um,
Zabuza. Haku would be like the fucking lieutenant. You know what I mean? Low
yeah,
key, that'd
Zabuza
be
maybe
sick.
would be Mizukage. Yeah,
If
exactly.
he learned to like affect his like demon mist mode, like I guess transfer isn't the right word, but power up for amps, that'd be
Yeah,
really sick. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
definitely.
That'd definitely be really sick, honestly. Um, who do you think is a better manipulator, Kira from Death Note or Palpatine from Star Wars? Manipulator? Well, um, so Palpatine, from my understanding, he's like a dictator, obviously. Um, he kind of like rules with power, from my understanding. I mean, I don't know Star Wars perfectly, but from my understanding, he rules with power. And he rules with fear due to his power and like presence. Kira or
Yeah.
Light, um, I guess manipulated, in a way, like when he purposely brainwashed himself to forget his crimes. He manipulated the other Kira, the chick that was like, obsessed with him.
Yeah. 100%.
He even
Yeah.
manipulated a Shinigami, her Shinigami, into doing his bidding. I would probably say Light was a better manipulator. Palpatine just ruled with fear. Like he didn't really, I guess in a way it's manipulating. Um, but I think Light was probably the better manipulator. More cunning. Um, yeah, I would say probably Light. Palpatine is more of a dictator that like rules with an iron fist. At least from my understanding of what he is. Um, but that's a good question though. It's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know much about Palpatine, definitely. But from
Yeah.
what you're saying, that makes sense. Though, like it's like Light does have a lot of power, but he doesn't show that from his notoriety and or like his presence.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
like if you know, you know, and you're fucking scared to death. But if you don't, like he comes off very like casual, and he uses that to his ability.
Yeah,
So yeah,
like
it's very
like
intellectual.
Kira Light doesn't like Palpatine was bending will with like fear and power, while Light was like more cunning, I feel like. Like lying to people, forcing people through manipulating them into doing his bidding, stuff like that. It's a little different, but yeah. Do you
Yeah,
think
dude, Death
Sardo
Note was such a good story, man. Like, I
so
wish they
good?
made like a sequel or something, dude. Cause like,
Yeah,
fuck, man.
that was damn good. Like I feel like that author could maybe like give the Death Note to someone else or something, like a sequel or some shit. Like
Yeah, it's such a good story.
so good.
100%.
From beginning to end, it was great. I mean, yeah,
Binger, bro.
yeah. Oh yeah,
you
Binger. I
know,
finished that shit in like 2 days. Watched the when I watched the
you
anime.
said you said
Yeah,
light work, but
yeah.
yeah,
Literally, it was only like I think on Netflix like 30 something episodes or something. It was not that many.
yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. You think Sardo will get EMS somehow? EMS, what makes most sense to me is that Sasuke gives her his one eye. That's probably what makes the most sense. Like he's like, you know what? If you like, just take my eye. Honestly,
I'm a scrub. Okay, like you can just
yeah.
have it, bro.
He's like, I'm a
Like
scrub.
she,
I already lost
yeah,
one. Yeah, honestly, that probably
damn,
makes the most
yeah.
sense.
She
Uh,
needs EMS to be relevant at all, dude.
yeah,
Like,
to be
and
anywhere
even
near.
saying that, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
What EMS puts you on a Suzuki level? No, never
probably
does. But
nah. Yeah,
no,
she's gonna need some kind
but
of major like amp to reach that level to be relevant.
uh,
And honestly, Mitsuki too. Even it was staged when he was still ass in comparison to Boruto. Like it wasn't enough.
yeah,
So like they're gonna need some major fucking amps if they are relevant, at all. I don't know. Maybe they won't be, but if they're gonna be, they're gonna need something crazy, like some broken shit. So they already made a Death Note sequel, I think. Did they?
oh,
I
huh.
didn't know that.
Uh,
That's a
yeah,
fact.
I didn't hear about that at all. Yeah,
I didn't either.
it's I'll look into it.
Yeah, I'll definitely check. I'll definitely watch that if they did. Um, but yeah, folks, any final questions here before we depart here? Unless again, we're getting some more donuts, we'll stay a little longer. Any
Sure.
questions though, folks?
Yeah, definitely gonna watch that Bleach episode though for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Uh, but yeah, folks, it's the whole gang has returned at least temporarily. We got Batman. I think Boruto's sister might be the MVP. I think she has more potential than Nasarada. Currently, yeah, she does. She has Korma inside of her. Yeah, she definitely has more potential than Sarada. She actually caught she. I mean, obviously Jura, beat her in an exchange, but she's the first one to make Jura state, "Oh, I'm gonna have to try a little." Like he saw her as somewhat of a challenge. I don't know if challenge is the right word, but somewhat of a nuisance enough to say that. He didn't even say that to Boruto. He said that to fucking Boruto's sister Himawari. Like, oh. I might have to try a little bit. Like he's actually saw something in her, So, and she just got Koroma. She just realized she has this power, and she's
Uh,
already causing him to say that. That's fucking crazy. Like she's gonna be fucking cracked. I
oh
mean,
yeah, absolutely. Especially like the Hyuga abilities too and all that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Koroma
like definitely.
and the Hyuga genetics. God damn, dude, that's fucking crazy. I mean, she's cracked. She's gonna be super powerful. I mean, she might even be relevant against the again if she continues to train and get more powerful. She might actually be relevant against the Shinju. Who knows?
Do you think
Um,
the Shinju have like a chakra system like normal shinobi do? With like
uh,
the pressure points and all that? Do you think that would apply to them at all?
that's a good question, actually. Well, the most of the clones are clones of Shinobi that are currently like kept trapped by the trees, the
Tree.
ten tail
Yeah, yeah.
trees or whatever. So
Mm.
maybe I'd say, but then again, they're not humans. They're like tentacle like entities with sentience. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, it's complicated for
Yeah,
sure.
it's definitely
Yeah.
complicated. It's man. Yeah, it's a good
Yeah, it's just
question
interesting.
actually.
We just need more information further down the
Yeah,
line.
we need to see how
Oh,
Mawari like scrap with the Shinju and see if it works. That's what we need to see. Like her use like 8 palms or 64 palms or something and see if it works.
just immobilize them. That'd be fucking.
That would be
I mean,
crazy if she did that.
that
Yeah, if she did.
that'd be awesome, dude. And that'd be an
Yeah, honestly.
OG reference too. That'd be sick.
Yeah,
You know?
literally. Like it'd be like a Neji moment with Himawari or
Yeah.
something. That'd be crazy. Um, all right. All right, folks. I think it's gonna wrap it up though. Unless you see any last minute donation. Appreciate you guys coming out. Great questions. OG stream vibes. Next week we'll have Batman the whole time, so make sure to go tune in. More likely it'll be a streaming. We'll see. We'll try to set that up. If not, it'll be a regular one anyway. We'll see how that goes. As far as the stream next week, really appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate everyone that supported us all these years. We've been at it for a long time, and we hope to continue the OG vibes for as long as we can before Batman, has to go on leave. But yeah, we appreciate you guys coming out. And we'll see you next time, folks. Stay classy.
Sir. Later, guys.
Peace.